What is going on, Donut Friend Nation? I'm so sorry we're late. We will do overtime. Had a snafu trying to get logged on to Wimkin and Facebook, but I think we're greenlit. If you guys want to check real quick to make sure we are good to go, I would appreciate it. We are going to just zip right along here and kind of skip the intro, the long intro. Want to talk to you quickly about Documents of Freedom. They're back in stock. We'll be shipping these on the 15th of September. They come with a wooden, custom-made by Percival Flag Company. They are custom engraved, and they come with the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Declaration of Independence from the Library of Congress. All three books fit in. They're amazing. I'll have a demo here for you. We sold, oh my God, a ton of these, 200 some odd of these things in the past, and we haven't sold them for, I don't know, almost a year.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, so we're putting them back up, and we want you to go take a look. You go to thedumbshow.com and go to /books and take a look. Got a good show for you tonight. We've already got some donations put into the kitty. If you would not mind sharing across all social media, we'll come back. We've added another social media partner. I had no idea. We woke up to it. I'll tell you what happened. But we'll be right back. We are going to go right into just the first 30 seconds of the intro just to get some people on, and then we're going to hit the show. We'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Weaver. I am on the Don't Unfriend Me show, otherwise known as The Dumb Show, with host Matt Spear. You guys can find the show at The Dumb Show on social media or thedumbshow.com.
It's Red Friday. RED Friday, which stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. A movement designed to honor veterans and deployed U.S. troops by wearing a red shirt every Friday. As simple as that may be, Red Friday is a great way to back those who serve our country. Go to dumbshow.com and search for Red Friday to get your red on.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
What's going on, Don't Unfriend Me Nation? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Matthew Spear from the Don't Unfriend Me show, and to my right is
Olivia. Sorry, I'm frantically, we went faster than normal, so I'm trying to get everything up and posted.
Oh.
That I normally get up.
What do you need me to do? You need me to slow down even more? Or
no, just talk, and then because I want to make sure that I get
links?
I have to copy and paste the new one they just sent me. Okay.
Okay, so we'll take that. All right, so we'll start off with this, and she's going to be copying and pasting this. So it was interesting. I was looking at Instagram, and, all of the social media channels seem to be growing a little bit. But I kept getting these comments on our Instagram videos. I have no idea where they were coming from. And I'd go into Instagram and to see which trolls were saying what. And lo and behold, I couldn't find anything. So I clicked on one, and it kept trying to open up Threads, which is Meta, Facebook. It's their answer to X. And I signed up for an account a long time ago, And I'll be honest with you, I just left it alone. But what I realized is that every time I post to Instagram, it posts over there. And I've got like 275 followers. And we've had, I don't know, 65,000 views on our stuff. So I'm like, well, if we're getting traction over there, then I might as well pay attention to it. So
All right, here we go.
We've paid attention to it. So if you go over to Threads, you can follow us there too. You don't have to do that. But I mean, if you've got the app, why not? So Olivia just went ahead and put it in the chat. And she's putting it everywhere for everybody. So take a look at that, and then you can join Threads. Also, over on TikTok again, and same thing as Threads. It started to gain some traction, and I went and took a look, and it's been doing kind of well. So we got suspended from posting live there because we said something about trans people. We're not allowed to do that. Can't say anything about trans people, even if it's good. They just don't want people talking about it. So I think we got a few days. So when we get back from Def Leppard, we'll go stream on there again. And then you can find us on TikTok at the following. Olivia's putting that in.
That's actually a personal Facebook page. I got them all up.
Oh, okay. And then personal Facebook page. If you haven't been over there, please go over to facebook.com/The Dumb Show. Matt, you can follow me over there. And it's just kind of nice to have, it's a personal Facebook page. It's easy to get in touch with me there. Anyway, hope everyone is doing well. Did I miss anything else, Liv? Oh, yeah, people coming in.
What do you mean, people coming in?
Yeah, it's coming on the show.
Oh.
Who's coming on the show, Liv?
Oh gosh, I'm like, what? Sorry, I don't know. What I was like, people coming in. I'm so confused. Sorry.
Coming on.
All right, so next, I think it's Monday. Not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, the 8th of September. Barry will be in the house.
Barry Morgenstein.
Not in the house. On the show.
On the show.
I got to get used to saying
that's
that.
all right. We got to get the in the house done soon.
And then on the 16th, the following week,
Abby,
Michelle.
Ashley down. Or dog.
Whatever.
I just called her Abby.
Abby.
Yenny, lay down.
It's been a long time since we've had an Abby.
I'll tell you what. I think I'm stroking out. It's not. Anyway.
That's okay. I called her Abby the other day.
Keep
it's
going.
not just you.
Keep going.
Her name is Michelle. I got to learn how to pronounce her last name.
Quinnipiac.
Esquinazari, I think is her last name. She is like the queen of bail bombs for the East Coast. So she will be on discussing that. I did send out 3 emails yesterday. We'll see if I get any returns.
Yeah,
so far, nothing.
You reached out to Graham Allen.
I reached out to Graham Allen. I reached out to Rigo Izarazi.
Yep, and who else?
And I reached out to somebody that Barry referred me to. His name is Dan Del Valle.
Let's move the cat. If she's going to block you, we got to get her off.
Yep. Love you.
Bye.
Her name is, or his name is Dan Del Valle, and he is the owner and CEO of Blue Magazine. He was police officer. Blue Magazine is all about law enforcement, and he's a very big supporter, of course, because he was one. So he will be on.
Okay. So
I just don't know when.
Well, let's not pump them out too much. Let's just mention their names. And then Misfit Patriot, I went ahead and reached out to. We'll watch a video of his tonight to see if he wants to come on. But we're continuing to try to grow, and I've been hounding Winsome Sears, and I don't think we're going to get her on unless we do a donation. So I very well may just donate to her campaign and see if I can get her on. So we're working on it. You have to admit, with the new set, Yenny has a lot more room. She does, but she chooses to be annoying.
What she does is she gets very, not violent, but pushy.
Violent. She's a woman. It's violent.
Pushy.
Violent.
And she comes in and she pushes my microphone. And when I have my mouse, she's pushing on my hand and making me click stuff that I want to click. And then what she does is when I don't pay attention, she goes for the coffee mug and she starts to push it towards the other table. And that's when she gets booted.
We need to your little fuzz.
Oh, am I? Okay.
It's okay. We'll get it fixed. She's going to be here in a second.
Okay.
So we'll just wait for her to.
She might be downstairs already.
Okay. Give her a call.
Yes.
Call her out. All right. I think we're good. Do we have anything else?
No.
Is that it? Oh,
that's it.
We had some donations come in. We'll also get those.
I'll put those in. I'll put one in right away. Yeah.
So it's been an interesting day. We got a few things done. There's this clown who has been all over the place on social media, and I had a chance to uncover who he was, and I didn't burn him. I'm not gonna. Hi, could you zoom your mom in? Thanks, Hade. Do that real quick. Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you.
No, it didn't work. Move your mic, babe. Again.
Oh, I see.
Just stay still. There you go. Good. Now bring your mic in.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you. This just in, breaking news. Federal appeals court rules most of President Trump's tariffs are illegal. Huh. This should be interesting. Let's listen to this. Minute and 28 seconds. Always got to appreciate the breaking news. So let's do this real quick. Here it is. Let's pay attention to this one, honey, so we can figure out what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Sorry, a little discombobulated, folks. No, Kevin, I won't burn him because I don't want to go to jail.
Just moments ago, actually.
Because what will happen is I'll dox the guy and then some stupid idiot will go and hurt him and then I'm going to get in trouble. So no, I'm good.
Federal appeals court ruled most of President Trump's tariffs are illegal. The court is saying the president exceeded his authority in imposing those levies. There's a catch, though, in this ruling. Correspondent David Spunt has details tonight, breaking just minutes ago. Good evening, David.
Brett, good evening. The catch is that the tariffs can stay in place until October 14th. That's when the mandate from the circuit court, the federal circuit court appeals decision actually kicks in. This was a 127-page decision that just came down within the last 30 minutes. We're reading it, but it finds that most of the president's tariffs are unconstitutional. This was published to the public docket, as I said, within the last few minutes. Now, the panel found that the tariffs on nearly every country were not authorized, Brett, by the International Emergency Economic Powers Act and therefore are illegal. The court writing today unanimously, the statute bestows significant authority on the president to undertake a number of actions in response to a declared national emergency. But none of these actions explicitly include the power to impose tariffs, duties, or the like, or the power to tax. Now, arguments were recently held in Washington, D.C. This gives the administration the green light to go directly here to the U.S. Supreme Court, which we expect to happen very soon. We've not yet heard from the White House, but we are expecting something this hour.
It's hard for me to believe that an appellate court would be a singular judge, Mallory. So this has to be, I don't know if I agree that it's a rogue judge. If it's an appellate court, it is a federal judge, which would explain that he hasn't had a lot of luck with the federal courts. And we'll see what the Supreme Court says.
I don't understand how it can be unconstitutional. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze. When tariffs are on other countries, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, the Constitution covers America, not other countries.
Yeah, but it's not. But unconstitutional acts are also through the lens of U.S. policy, foreign trade agreements, international law. All of those things follow through. Congress, under the Constitution, controls tariffs and taxes.
Okay.
And without the writ of consent of Congress or a piece of legislation, he's circumventing the process, so therefore it's unconstitutional. That's how it applies.
Got it.
But there's the Trade Expansion Act, there's the Trade Act. These are things that regulate and the ability of what the U.S. can and can't do in trade negotiations. And he's going under the IEEPA, which is the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. And what the federal court is obviously saying is that that's not good enough to apply these tariffs and makes them unconstitutional. Supreme Court's going to let us know. I think the argument here to the Supreme Court is that he's going to make the argument that the equilibrium is off in these trade negotiations, and these trades are so imbalanced that this is an emergency action. And I think he can be safe in that case.
Okay.
I don't like the fact that it's October, because now what you're doing is you're stopping all these trade negotiations, and you've literally handicapped the president from getting better trade negotiations. I mean, this is just democratic stupidity.
Yeah. These
tariffs were never a long-term strategy. These are punitive to get people to come to the trade table. And now what you've told them is, let's go through quarter four. You've neutered him, because they know that all they got to do is wait till October, and then our two biggest months of buying power, November and December, are coming. which is going to help these countries to make up any losses that they have by holding pat. This is a really stupid decision. Now, the good news is that the decision itself is probably, what's federal court, 11? So it's 11. Well, what was the decision? If the decision was 10-1 or 11-0, then we've got a problem. But if the decision was 7-4 or 8-3, 8-3 is still bad, but 7-4 or 6-5, if it was 7-4 or 6-5, we're in a good spot, because ultimately there's some there'll be dissenting opinion there, and the Supreme Courts will feel more empowered to dissent as well. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mel said 7-4.
Okay, so if it's 7-4, that's not a bad number. I'd rather have a 6-5, but a 7-4 is pretty solid. So the court was fairly split, and the federal appellate court, I don't know what district it was, but I'm pretty sure that it was fairly liberal. So I guess we would have to find out which appellate court it was. And yeah, we got to find out which appellate, because I don't know if it was a district court or if this is federal appellate. If it's federal appellate court, that will help us understand. So it's 13. So it's not a state appellate court. So there's 13 11 regional circuits, 1 DC circuit. And so that's what it was. It was the DC circuit. So if it's the DC circuit, then that's going to be very liberal, favoring leftist policies and liberal policies. So this is actually quite, it's a shitty decision, and it sucks. But the fact that you had 4 dissenting opinions on that jurist panel, it leaves me hope that the Supreme Court can hear this, see this, and kick it right back down. And they probably will. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So is Washington. Yep. Okay. Federal circuit. So that makes sense. So here's the way we got to look at it. Could you please explain dissent? Sure. So, a dissenting opinion is voting against, on all levels of court decisions, especially on appellate courts or Supreme Court or states Supreme Court, you have a panel of judges that make decisions. And these panels will either affirm or dissent. And if they affirm, it means they're in the positive, and they will write an affirmation of why they believe that whatever was presented to them in the favorable decision would explain why. Now, in this case, Donald Trump, the decision of affirming would have been a 4 to the overall court's opinion. I'm talking about when it comes into court, right? 4 were on Trump's side, and they were going to affirm what he was saying and what his argument was. And there would be 7 dissenters. But the dissenters, because they were the majority, they write their opinion as to why they are striking it back down, and find that the lower courts were correct in their decision to make claim to these tariffs. So the dissenters now are the 4 judges who voted to allow the president to do the tariffs that he wanted, and they will write their opinions to either affirm or dissent against the decision. So those 4 dissenters will say basically, here's why, here are here's the precedent, here are the provisional reasons of why we want to allow the president of the United States and allow POTUS to go forward with this, is because we feel that this is under the IEEP, this is an Emergency Powers Act when it comes to tariffs, and we dissent against the majority opinion. And then the affirmation will say, they will have a statement. It's usually written by one, but that's that we agree upon A, B, C, D, E, F, G, why this is unconstitutional due to the fact that the Congress is delegated and relegated through the Constitution to control any type of taxes or tariffs against from an international or a federal or a state level, must go through Congress and be attached to legislation, blah, 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 in the Constitution, blah, blah, blah. So the good news is that the more dissent you have, the more comfortable that these other judges would be to follow suit with that dissent. And considering that it is a court which is 6-3 right now towards Republicans, are you going to get 3 Republicans to dissent? I don't think you do. I don't think Amy Coney Barrett would dissent against. I don't think Kavanaugh would. And then we all know how the rest fall in line. So I don't foresee the Supreme Court holding this and affirming the lower court's decision. But we don't know, if that makes sense. Okay?
Got it.
Does that make sense? Any other questions on that?
No. Not that I saw.
Mallory says, could you please explain dissent? And Mallory Klondike disagree. Mallory means disagree. What?
It's probably
they're
talking.
answering her. Yeah,
they're probably talking.
And mine's the long way around, but exactly, that's what it means. What's up?
No, nothing. I was going to ask you, would you mind turning the fan down?
I can't. No? It's too hot in here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm burning up, so I can't. I'm sorry. Frank Riley donated 20. I mean, do you want to go get a coat or something?
I'm okay for right now.
Okay, because if I don't even know if the AC's on, but I've been under these lights all day and I'm just dying. So I didn't get to read that because you had to ask me right when you put up a donation.
Sorry.
Tell me.
It says, hang on, let me get to the actual donation. Happy Friday. I don't want to see a 0 on that donation goal board. Let's make this a stress-free Friday, Dumb Nation.
Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, I could definitely use going into the weekend a very smooth donation night so we can just hit the topics and move on. And then we can, just crush goal and then go to Def Leppard on Sunday, which we're excited for. Why is my computer making sound?
Oh, because you're not on Do Not Disturb.
That's weird. Tamar Bush, $10. Oh, I want to tell you guys something. So real quick, I'm sorry. And then, we're still going to move forward. If we have, we can have time now. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the closing of the show now. And we got, you can tell them, what did we do? Liv, what did we do before the show?
Oh,
Spent
that's
an
right.
hour
Sorry.
doing it.
I'm like, it's like almost like you were talking in codes. I'm like, what? Sorry. It's Friday. It's been the end of my week. We went through every single donation we have ever received, and Matthew made a new ending with every single name on there.
Yeah, so please don't leave. We're not closing the show, and most of you will see this and go, oh my God, they're closing the show. We're not. We're just going to show you that we finally got everybody who donated. Everyone who mailed in a check. Oh, that's the one person we did an ad. We got to get James on there because he's donated through check only.
Oh, and you know what? There's somebody else who has too. Oh, crap. I'll write those two names down.
So write them down.
There's 3 names we got to add on there. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. So the 3 names, I know it's James Cody. I know
Beefy.
Beefy. And then one
Sandra
other.
Casey.
Sandra Casey.
She donates
Sandra
through my
Casey's
PayPal.
on. Sandra Casey's on there, I think.
Okay.
But yep, we got to get James and Beefy on there, and we'll get them both on there too. But other than that, we have everyone who's ever donated to the show. I just want to show it to you guys. It goes by fast. Pause the show, but it is on there, and I know a lot of you are like, my name wasn't on there. It's on there now. Deirdre let me know and reminded me.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree.
So that's it. I mean, that's a lot. So I don't even know how many that is. It's incredible. I love that our troll, it continues to show up.
Yeah, same dude.
Oh, it is. Yeah, he lost his channel because he's a quitter and couldn't make it and couldn't cut it in the influencer business. So,
so this is the Michael dude who's been on all week?
This is the ping guy. This is the ping guy who called us like 3 years ago. So he keeps coming on, and I love that I'm in his head rent free. So he keeps creating accounts, and he comes in, and what's hilarious is that nobody engages with him. Everybody just is like,
Whatever.
You're a douche. So we'll just keep banning him, and he'll keep coming, and we'll give him the attention that he wants. I mean, he obviously needs something. The guy couldn't make any money at this job, so yeah, it's all right. I kind of feel bad for him. You know what I mean? I feel sad for him. He wanted me to put on a dress. Guy's a flaming homo. So maybe I'll do that for him. Send me your personal address. I'll send you. I'll put on one of Liv's dresses, and I'll sign an autographed picture for you. All right, let's get to it. We got a lot to do. So that's it with the Supreme Court. I think this doesn't help Trump. I mean, I think it kind of sucks. But I think what he will do is he will put an emergency action request to the Supreme Court to hear this, and they'll probably hear this within the months out. Not this month, but next month. And hopefully they have something by end of September, middle of September. We'll find out, though. Don't even know. All righty, then. Let's see. So you guys had a chance. Olivia, you have not had a chance to see this guy. Definitely an interesting person. Oh, wait a second. Patricia wasn't on there? Liv?
Patricia who?
Patricia Haig Good.
She was on there. When we went through everything, I named her. So unless it didn't show up on the second list, but I named her. She was on the original list.
Patricia, did you see? Okay, now I got to go look. Hold on.
So here's the thing.
No. Just let me look.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. If you don't see your name. Yep, she's on there. There's Patricia Good.
Honest, direct, unfiltered.
So
we can agree. We can disagree. Just don't
I can't hear you with music on, baby.
Got it. Okay, so it is in alphabetical order from your first name, not your last name.
Yeah.
So find wherever your first name starts with and look and pause the video and see if you're on there. If you're not, please email me, olivia@thedumbshow.com, and I will go ahead and add him to.
Patricia wasn't saying her name wasn't on. She was saying she was late. I got it.
Oh, okay.
All right. So either way, everybody, Melanie, you're on there for sure. Everybody's on there. So, and I think it was something like 375 something. I mean, it's a lot of names. I mean, it took a while to sort. Okay, let's get to it. We got a lot to do.
I just got the question, so I'm sending it to you.
So here's the first thing tonight, and I want to do this because this guy is completely unhinged. Let's watch this video that I posted earlier today. And Liv, this is a big one, so I'd appreciate it if you'd pay attention so we can have you as a host. I'm just going to tell you from now on when I need you to listen because it's a lot easier. Yes. Yeah, I got it, James. I got it. I picked up on it. I went back and I read, and that's what I've learned to do is instead of, but I didn't do it that time until after. Doesn't matter. Here is the video. Listen, I've interacted with a lot of people. And I found this gentleman on his page and I saw this and immediately I was watching. So I started recording. I was actually doing a video. So I just recorded and watched it at the same time. And then I overlapped when I did the video. And I immediately had to start tracking this guy down and find out who he is. I found out who he is, where he lives. I found out he works in a grocery store. He works in the deli department. He is gay. And his boyfriend is about 25 years younger than him. The kid doesn't look anything more than maybe 19 or 20. Yeah, a little weird. The guy's a nut job. The FBI has been contacted. Department of Homeland Security has been contacted. People have his address now. They've doxed him, and people are threatening to kill him and really stupid shit. And honestly, I just wanted to just tear the guy down from this standpoint. So I'm going to play this. And if you guys haven't had a chance, please go out and like this one. I wish these are the ones that need to go viral and don't. Like if I show a stupid cat video, it gets 3 million views. The video I did of the lady driving off the road has 3.95 million views in 36 hours. This is sitting at like 6,000. I don't understand what the algorithm does because I thought this was fairly good. But anyway, here it is.
You know what? There's going to be a lot more of that coming up. Especially at these religious areas, hey, we've had enough of your kind coming after public schools, right? It's about time Yeah, churches and Catholic schools and religious schools, it's about time they get their turn. That's what I think. That's what I think. I'm just going to sit back and watch people do it. And I'm going to fucking laugh. I'm laughing about yesterday. You guys want to laugh about us? We're going to laugh about you.
You want to laugh at the church shooting that just happened last week, at the kids bleeding on the floor of the sanctuary, at parents screaming in the pews? If you think that makes you tough or clever or free of all superstition, let me tell you something. It makes you pathetic. Because Christians have been here before. From the very beginning, Rome tried to laugh us out of existence. They fed believers to the lions for sport, nailed them to the cross, burned them as human torches while the crowds jeered. And guess what? The laughter died, the empire crumbled, but the faith, it remained. Centuries later, kings and governments tried their hand as well, in England and Eastern Europe. In every corner of the so-called civilized world, men and women were tortured and killed because they refused to renounce Christ. Their persecutors sneered, thinking they were stamping out a faith, but the sneers didn't last. The church did. In the 20th century, Hitler laughed at Christians who stood in his way as Stalin tried to erase faith in the gulags. Mao tried to suffocate it in China. Today, Christians are kidnapped in Nigeria, slaughtered in the Middle East, and imprisoned in North Korea. Do you think your little chuckle at murdered kids is anything new? History is littered with the bones of empires that thought mocking or killing Christians would silence them, and every time, those empires ended in dust. So here you are laughing at Annunciation, and what you don't realize is you're standing in a long line of tyrants, mobs, and thugs who thought mockery and murder could win. But they all had something in common. They're gone, forgotten, and the people they laughed at, the people they crucified, burned, shot, and mocked, they're remembered as martyrs, saints, and witnesses to a truth bigger than bullets. You don't diminish Christianity when you laugh at murdered children. You diminish yourself. You show the world that you stand on the side of evil, the same evil that walked into that church with a gun. Christians already know persecution. We've endured it for 2,000 years. Lions couldn't end us. Gulags couldn't end us. Dictators couldn't end us. And a sneer sure as hell won't. So go ahead, laugh. But history will remember the children of Annunciation, not you. And long after your voice goes silent, the church will still be standing, whispering the same words it always has. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Or in another way of saying it, we'll pray for you. The way I say it is go fuck yourself. So, your thoughts on this guy?
Yeah, there is a special place in hell waiting for him. I just can't believe that anyone would feel that way. And I know there's evil in the world, but the fact that he's laughing about it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can feel that way towards another person. And it honestly, it just breaks my heart that there are people like that.
Yeah.
That they have, his soul is black and his heart is made of stone. There is nothing inside him.
Yeah.
It's pure evil, and he deserves to go to hell and stay there for eternity.
Yeah. He's a piece of work. So, a few people had a chance to I've got his address, I've got his phone number. I tracked him down in about 2 minutes. It's amazing if you know how to do it. It's not that hard to find people, but they're too stupid because they leave paper trails, and they out themselves, because in their videos you usually can find something that tells you a little bit about where they are, their decorum, their decor. People leave sports teams paraphernalia laying around, and you can narrow it down very easily. It's not hard. So other people found him very quickly, but here is his, after people started tagging him and showing him as who he was, he came back with this. So a little update. We'll show you this, and then we can pop some donations, because I know we've got a lot of them tonight. So here we go.
Listen, you dumb fucking cunt. I have 80 fucking accounts, okay? That fucking chode. Yeah, it is. We are the modern ones. You're right. You're right. We're not putting up with any of your fucking bullshit, you cunt. Right? And that fucking chode can come right on over. Yeah. Yeah. Come right on over. Go fuck yourself, you fucking whore. Listen, you
I'm going to assume he lives in Boston.
Yeah, Massachusetts is
Yeah.
correct.
Something like that.
And it's the little things. I mean, you're too stupid. Even where you buy your glasses, and narrowing it down to what brands, when somebody wears glasses and where those are offered. It's not hard to do things like this, and they just don't understand that there are people who, especially on the internet, who are masters of this type of thing. But this is how my trolls, the real ones, not the stupid putzes like Ding Boy, but the people who actually want to do you harm, how easy they are to find. And that's why we don't have many of them anymore. We still get death threats and stuff. And the people who just want to play and joke around, that's fine. I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me. You know, I thought we were a good sport on some of the things that people have done in the past, and whether it was the Groypers or whatever, you know, we can laugh at ourselves. There's no problem with that. But I have a problem with people like this. These people like this ultimately should have to face the people that they libel and slander. And I think that guy should have a run-in with every parent who lost a kid or a kid who's in the ICU right now. And I want to see how quickly they just fucking beat the gay out of him. And I'm not talking about his homosexual tendencies. I'm talking about his jovial, lightheartedness about people who have been murdered. I'm talking about that gay, flippant attitude towards children being dead. And honestly, if I was a parent and I saw that, it would be like Jay and Silent Bob. Are you user 7632567? Yeah. You know, because you just, you know, but here's the thing. And then this is the honest thing. That guy's alone. That guy has to be a predator to people who are still in their teenage years. You know, he's such a desperate curmudgeon of a soul that he has to prey on the innocence of young kids because no one else can fucking stand him. So, you know, you're a deli worker, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at your age, you should be thinking about retirement, not getting a promotion to deli supervisor and considering that your big win for your life. So you just got to consider the source, and that's pretty much it. Not a big fan of that guy. Anyway, so if you haven't been on the front, please go and like it. And it's doing really well on all other channels. It's just, I think sometimes when we have such a huge video that goes viral, Facebook kind of puts the governor and clamps the brakes a little bit, because we were doing, I mean, we gained how many followers? 1,700 in 24 hours, something like that.
Yeah, we gained quite a bit.
And now it's just like, it's slowed down. So it is what it is. Yeah, this guy's not going to have a good day, because the thing is that the FBI, they're going to come after him. So I'll give you his name. It's CJ Hahn, Hohn, and you guys can do with it as you will. And it's Christopher John Hahn, CJ Hahn. If you want anything else, I'll give it to you. That I can do. Olivia?
Yes.
The Singing Liberals are back with 2 new hits.
Ooh, fun.
Did you want to put something in?
Yes, I will.
What's going on with the blocked user?
It's our friend. He's back.
Who?
I took a picture. We and Jace cannot stop him. We must repent. So I took a picture. I'm sent Jace. I'm going to have Jace.
Wait, I don't, excuse me. Wait a second. I don't know what you just said.
The dude.
You just put in another donation when we're talking.
Yeah,
Frank
sorry,
Wood donated
sorry.
$20. Love you, Matt and Olivia and kids. Thanks, Frank. What did he say?
He's back. He said, you and Jace cannot stop me. You must repent.
Oh, yeah. That's probably not a good idea, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. See, I'm going to text Jace after this.
Why?
I'm going to have him.
Who cares? Let him do what his thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jace can stop you. Yeah, he's the CEO and he's a programmer and he will fuck your world up. So you probably don't want to piss off Jason Shepard. That's just not the guy you want to piss off. So yeah, you can do whatever you want to me. But nice job setting my wife. You know what's hilarious? This is how I know I got to your ass, is because you had to go ahead and pick on my wife. You're such a cunt.
Yep.
You're such a miserable little cunt that you had to pick on my wife. And I think you're hilarious. She's like, God, how small must his dick be?
I was like, I must be doing something good because someone's sending me hate mail. Awesome.
Yeah.
I was pretty excited to get it.
You actually made her day. So,
yeah, I was pretty excited to get it. I was like,
yeah.
awesome.
But the good news, it's the first time you've made a woman's day. So that's good. Let's hit this video. And we'll watch this. You got this is for you, Liv.
Okay.
Took back what he stole from us. Took it back. Took back our humanity. Well, we went down to the rich man's house and we took back what he stole from us. Took it back. Took back our dignity. Sing, y'all. Took it back. Took back our humanity. And now we're out in the streets. Out in the streets. Out in the streets. Yeah. Out in the streets. Ain't gonna let no fascists take our democracy. Took.
Hey, old Superman has joined.
Yeah. Shit. Hey, it's Clark Kent's grandpa.
Yeah, you know, the kids I nanny for tie sheets around that when they want to pretend they're superheroes. I've never seen a 90-year-old man do it.
It's
but
just a little
cool.
It's just a little weird.
They're all a little weird.
I mean, what are they doing? And tonight is going to be tonight's an interesting night.
Thank you, CJ Jenkins. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend.
We are going to have a good weekend. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. So the singing geriatrics, the Geriatric 5. Very, very proud of these guys. Here is, I guess we're kind of focusing on the transgender community a little bit tonight, and it's not. I want to be clear about this, if that's okay. Oh, and I'm sorry for using the. You know what? I'm not going to apologize. He is a cunt. Okay, so I don't want to pick on the trans community. That's not what I'm trying to do. I have no problem with anybody who is transgender. I respect you. I know a few transgender people, not intimately, if you know what I mean, but I know them from working with them, or they've transitioned since I've known them. And I've got no problem. If you want to be a woman, that's great. Hayden has friends who are transgender. Like, they identify that way. And they have been accepted in our house and treated like kings and queens. And there was one who will never come into my house again, who was an absolute nutter, who I called the school and said that this kid, if anyone's going to shoot up a school, it's going to be this kid, and the kid's nuts. And so, as in all people, there's good and there's bad. But this shit, like, Olivia, would you consider our relationship missionary style relationship? Would you consider it to be young at heart and inexperienced, or freaky?
Probably freaky.
So
I would say.
I'd say that too. So, but you know what we're not going to do? Olivia is not going to like walk on set one day with a ball gag and be like, oh, I forgot to take this out. I'm sorry. Not that we get into that thing. But what I'm saying is she's not going to she's not going to wear assless chaps, which all chaps are assless, to the grocery store.
That would be you wearing those.
Right.
I don't wear assless
Thanks.
chaps.
I don't either. So okay, when we say freaky, that's maybe freaky isn't the word. Lustful and erotic, yes, but not freaky. Anyway, the point is that we're not going to bring it into the real world, and I think that's okay. I think you should keep it behind closed doors. But this is the problem I have with pride parades. They're no longer pride parades. It's get your freak on and look like a complete fucking slut, whether you're male or female, and show things off that people shouldn't see. The pride parades that we went to with Apple were very, very calm. There weren't people riding sexual dynamo floats and shit and having cock floats and that shit. That's just sexual deprivation. That is just bringing your kink for the world to see. And that is not a pride parade. You're a freak. This person, may they be happy. And if this was their own private residence, I'm cool with it. But it's not. You're putting it on the internet. You're doing it everywhere. And this is just Weird. Mark Hammond says, love the way you handled that guy. Thanks, Mark. Here it is.
When I dress up and I put this mask on and the wig and, look very nice, it's like a beautiful woman walking down the street.
I just can't believe that that's a 70-year-old man in the mirror. And that's why I do this. If I saw a 70-year-old man in the mirror, I'd quit this tomorrow.
After years in solitude, Robert has decided.
I'm not kidding, and I'm going to say this with everything in my soul, and this is not a threat. I want to make sure everyone understands, including YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, anyone else who hears this. I am not threatening a human being. But if that was outside my window on my porch, like if a normal person was out there, I would have my firearm, I would dot up, but I would not fire. Okay? And I would ascertain why they were there. And I would MOA my way into the situation. Move, observe, and act. Okay? And I don't care who it is. Even if it was a ski mask, I probably wouldn't fire until that person tried to get inside, because I don't want to go to jail. But if that was outside my door, I would unload a magazine or two for sure, because that is single-handedly the most terrifying shit I think I would ever see on my patio.
To appear in public as Sherry at a gathering of fellow maskers in Minneapolis.
I don't have any friends that mask where I live, so I just came to see what kind of people do mask and wear rubber and are rubber dolls.
And what kind of people are?
I don't know yet. All right. That might work with the wig. Okay, all right. Jeez, I don't know. No, I'm going to go with that.
I was going to say it looked a little weird, but once you went ahead and changed the choker, I see your point. You should go with that. Looks fantastic.
And with the gloves. Damn it. When I do it, I want to look really good.
Really locks in the flavor of that vinyl outfit, huh? Liv, you look repulsed. What's wrong with you? Can't you be accepting of people? What's your problem?
You know what the funnest part of that video?
Nothing.
Is
no.
They're out there sunbathing.
Right.
Freaking for what?
Is
your plastic that's covering your body actually going to get tan?
That's a good point.
If you want to look tan, maybe you should purchase a tanner suit.
A darker
who
suit.
in the world does these documentaries? Like, who is there a demand for this shit? Like,
I don't know.
Why would anyone in their right mind? I need to email Mandy and ask.
I think
them,
we should ask Mandy and Jack. Ask Mandy and Jack if they'll do this.
Why in their right mind would any person who does documentaries do it on that? I don't get it. I didn't realize the demand was that high for weird ass shit.
It puts the rubber lotion on the. It puts the lotion on the rubber skin, or it gets the hose again. Buffalo Bill, unfuck me. Ding. Ding, 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 ding.
You do a great impersonation there, dear.
Do you want to fuck me? I want to fuck me. It puts the lotion on the skin, or it gets the hose again. Ding.
Wow. Hi, thank you, Alfonso Mira.
I think
it's Red Friday. Let us not forget our service
Alfonso's
members.
first one, because I didn't remember him being on the list.
I don't remember him either.
Don't leave. I'm sorry. I'm not. It's not me. Is it your intention to turn trans people out of the state of Texas? To run them out of Texas? That was the question given to someone asked the Republican state representative Angelia Orr this question. Her response is just golden. Fuck me.
Jeez. What was his name? Buffalo Bill? That's what I'm going to start
Buffalo
calling
Bill.
you. Start calling you Buffalo Bill from
Don't start calling me. We've got Scott Andrews one says. Okay, Scott says, Matt, we might disagree, but I believe parents of children that believe they're transgender or have gender dysphoria should seek professional or psychological help for their children. And if this child opens up to their teachers, guidance counselors, the school should immediately notify the parents to get. No, we don't disagree at all. The one thing that I would challenge, the only thing, is that I would not take my child to a psychologist or a psychiatrist because they are showing signs of gender dysphoria. I wouldn't. I would entertain it with limits. I would say, you will use your bathroom. You will not do this at school. But if you want to wear clothes that are more effeminate or boyish, you may. But not when we go to church or not when we go to dinner. But there will be a time for that. And around the house, if you want to wear, hoodies and baggy pants, you can. My daughter went through the phase. She very much tomboyish. And I allowed it with limits. And she grew out of it like that. I think parents need help sometimes. But I think parents ask for help way too many times. And this is something that Olivia was tremendously good at. And she basically told her mom, I love you. I care about you, but you will not help me raise my child. It's my job. Stay the fuck away and out of it. And when my sister tried to tell us names, we're like, we don't want your opinion. We don't care. You don't get to decide. Well, I disagree with the way you're raising your child. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
I don't care what you think. And the schools. Well, Mr. Spear, that's not necessarily conducive to his. I don't really give a shit. It's not up to you. It's up to me. And I will decide for him until he's old enough to make those decisions himself. And you won't. Why? Because you're not, unless you want to write me a check for $750,000 is what it takes to raise that child. You can take a flying fuck off of a short cliff.
Pretty much. I have a real issue when people try to butt in to families and tell them how to raise their children. Real big issue.
Scott said, that's a good question. He says, Matt, do you believe transgenderism and gender dysphoria are mental health issues? Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Of course, but so is depression. And quite a few people who have been undiagnosed and self-diagnosed as having depression don't have depression. Most people who have self-diagnosed as gender dysphoria don't have gender dysphoria. There is a very big difference between going through puberty and questioning your sexuality. Every single person in the world, whether they want to admit it, I've said this before, and oh God, people got pissed. Holy shit, people. There was an old viewer who was very upset that I said this. And he's like, I've never had no feelings like a blanky agate. Like, okay. But Sigmund Freud, although did enough cocaine to kill a small village, was fairly intelligent. And the thing that everyone needs to understand is homosexual nocturnal emissions or nocturnal dreams take place. And they pretty much take place in every human being. Every human being has had that at some point. Now, there's a couple things. It might be a dream, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, what the I just can't believe it. What? And it usually happens when you're younger, so you don't recall it. But it might even be in a shower, your first time you shower with guys, and you look and you go, yeah, okay, that looks just like mine. And then you move on. But there are some people that look and go, holy shit, I like what I'm seeing. And there is a decision that's made. And every homosexual, lesbian, gay, transgender, whatever person I've talked to, and trust me, Olivia will tell you, it's in the thousands. Thousands. I worked at Apple, for God's sakes. Everyone was pretty much bi.
That story.
Yeah, gay, lesbian, or bi. And the question I would always ask is, were you really born this way? And every single to a person was like, I always felt I was different. But no, I wasn't born gay. I didn't come out and be like, cock! It's my thing. I went through a stage when I was growing up and I saw a friend of mine and I was aroused and I found him attractive. So I understand about the chromosome thing, but gays and lesbians and bisexuals really don't get to go ahead and say that. Because if you want to take a look at the extra chromosome and you want to actually apply it to gay, it doesn't pass the sniff test. And there's a reason why. Is because you have people who go through entire life who are married to a woman who decide one day that they're gay. And then you'll have people who are gay their whole life, and then all of a sudden when they're 23, they decide, oh, I'm not gay anymore. Well, it's a decision. So you might have a predisposition to it in the sense of maybe you're more effeminate, or maybe you the way your mind is wired is a little bit more effeminate than it is male. There's a lot of things, and we know that these are psychological proofs that it happens. But pretty much everyone I talked about, or who I talked to, were like, it's both. And it's probably more on a decision than anything. and that I found myself attracted to both sexes or one or whatever. But everybody goes through it. And like I said, it can be in a shower, or it could be first time you see someone naked, you play doctor, whatever it is. And they have that feeling and they go, I like this. And this is my opposite sex. I'm a male and I like that female, or I'm a female and I like that male. But that sometimes happens to people who are male, and female, female. But my point is that microsecond of you thinking about that and going, no, that's not for me. Every single person on the planet goes through that, whether it's in a dream or a social experience or whatever. And you can sit here and get mad at me and be like, no, it's not, I'm not no fag. But no one's saying that. It's just like deciding if you like peanut butter or not. That's really good. I love peanut butter. Or, I've got an allergy that hasn't been around ever, but now it's all of a sudden around. And a decision is made to no longer like peanut butter. The same thing is with for normal people is a normal pathway in heterosexuality. And most people, and I say normal because that's the normality, is they follow the heterosexual pathway with little to no interruption or resistance in any way, shape, or form. That's the norm. And then there are people who find other sex and the current sex attractive. But that experience doesn't necessarily happen at a super young age. And they'll tell you it does, but you and I both know it doesn't. Because even heterosexuality wasn't established for us until later. Now, I always liked girls. I thought Olivia Newton-John was pretty and Diane Cannon was pretty, but I wasn't thinking, wow, man, I want to nail her, because I didn't know what that was. So the sexual connotation was there. It was more of like a matriarchal figure, or having a crush on the babysitter type thing, or a teacher. So my point is when you say, is being transgender or wanting to dress up like a woman or a boy, is it a mental disorder? I think, honestly, yes and no. I don't think you can influence somebody out of being gay. I don't think that's possible. And I don't think you can influence someone out of being a lesbian. I think you can influence someone being bisexual, because that's a little bit different. And that's usually experiential. But I think you can influence somebody to question their sexuality at a very young age that could have an effect on them when that decision comes. And it's really easy for people to say, this is the way you are because of this. For me, it was ADHD and hyperactivity. You are the way you are because of ADHD and hyperactivity. And then it became my crutch. Oh, it's my ADHD. Oh, you'll hear me say it sometimes. I'll get snappy. I'm like, oh, it's just ADHD. And that's a crutch. So I think when it comes to people embracing the other sex and wanting to dress up like them, I think it's a normal behavior, and I wouldn't call that a mental illness. But when gender dysphoria takes during the development stages and people start questioning if they truly are that and convincing themselves, that is most assuredly a mental illness. But my sister dressed me up in a woman's suit and put 2 socks in my chest and put lipstick on me and did my hair and took a picture.
We did it to my brother too. I think any guy
Right.
that has an older sister, it has happened to them.
Yeah, so that's my point here. Is it a mental disorder to dress up in women's clothing or vice versa? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's a mental illness. I think it's a natural stage of progression of questioning one's sexuality when they grow up. But when it comes to gender dysphoria and questioning if you are a woman, even though everything says you're a man, that is classified. That's not up to me, but it is classified in every medical journal and every medical study that is out there that it is.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It does make sense. It makes perfect sense.
So it's a good question, though. It's a really good question. But people get upset, like really upset. Oh, I've never had that. Kimberly Dreisen, I don't make it for the live shows often, but always listen to the podcast on my morning commute. Love you. Keep speaking the truth. Kimmy, we love you. We miss you. So that's it. That's what we did in the Marines, gay things. Yeah, I mean, it's in the Navy, anybody who's shellback knows. Those East Coast freaking sailors, they do some weird shit. But I think people need to understand is just gay people are just normal people. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not broken. I've got no animosity towards my gay friends. I love them as much as my straight friends. Same with lesbian friends. I've got lesbian parents that Olivia and I know who are excellent. I have no problem with gay, lesbian, bisexual people. I think they should be happy, but I think they should do one thing, keep it in your bedroom. And I think transgenders should do the same. You want to dress that way in your house? That's fine. You want to, I guess, go to work that way? That's fine. But I will at least show you the respect and deference by calling you the name that you wish to be called. But the moment you want me to treat you like a woman, or you're going to call out a sick to work because you have your period, you're going to get fired. If you call me and say, I have cramps or I'm pregnant, I'm going to fire you. That's just the way that's going to be. Your thoughts on this, Liv?
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole transgender thing, yes, it definitely has some mental sides to it. I think a lot, and just thinking about it, how their suicide rate is so high, the depression rate is so high. I think a lot has to do with the parents, because a lot of these parents, the kids do something at a young age. Like Ethan, when he was 4, maybe, he watched his older sister and her friends play with dolls, and he wanted his own baby doll. So we went and got him a boy baby doll and a little bed and a blanket. And he played with that baby doll for about 2 months, and then he never picked it up again. Mm-hmm. If I was one of those parents that are today, I would have been like, oh, he thinks he's a girl. Yay. Right. I'm going to groom him. I have another girl. Yay. Or when Hayden went through her phase where it was Disney princess dresses only, and then all of a sudden she wouldn't look at a dress, and she was like, I want my hair short. I'm a tomboy. I want nothing girly, nothing at all. I hate the color pink. I'd been like, wait, I've got a boy. Yay. I didn't do that. I let them go through their phase and their stage and just let them be who they wanted to be. And I wasn't upset that Ethan wanted to play with a baby doll, and I wasn't upset that Hayden hated dresses and hated the color pink. It's part of growing up. But what these parents do is they see that phase and then they jump on it. Yeah. And then they tell the child, no, when you were 4, you wanted to play with baby dolls. You still want to play with baby dolls. Yeah. Your favorite color's pink. And they are so, they look up to their parents.
This is so true.
They look up to their parents so much, and they're so influential at that age that you can manipulate them. And then they're going to grow up thinking that I have wanted to be a girl my entire life. Right. And then they take these drugs, they get their dick lopped off. And then all of a sudden they're on their own. Mom and dad aren't there anymore. They've kind of distanced themselves from the family, or they're out on their own. They're like, wait a second, I don't feel this way. And then all of a sudden they're a girl and they can't go back to being a boy, right, or vice versa. And I think that's where the mental issues come in, and the depression and the suicide. Yep. And it's these parents. If these parents would just stop pushing their agenda on these children and let them grow up how they want to grow up,
they'll come to the right decision for them.
They will come to the right decision for them. And you know what? If at the age of 18, they choose that, you know what, I didn't want to be a boy, I want to be a girl. Great. You're 18 and you can make that decision, and you've gone through puberty. Your brain is set. Your neurons are set. Right. And you are an adult. So you can make that decision, and then it's them. But if it's a parent making the decision for the child is going to have some issues, because if that parent made the wrong decision and pushed them, then that's where the issues come in. So I think a lot has to do right now with the parents. And I think the shooter from this week, the fact that
the mom had a lot to do with it.
His mom?
She won't help the authorities, by the way.
Yeah, his mom applied for the name change. There's something wrong. She wanted a girl, and she got a boy, and I guarantee she groomed that kid into thinking that he was a girl, and she pushed it.
Yeah, well, even in his journal, he regretted the transition, and I think it's perfectly stated. There's not much there. Yes, I'm very well aware of the difference between a transvestite and someone who's transgender. Transvestite wants to dress that way. And that was my point. If somebody wants to dress in women's underwear, hey, they're damn comfortable. So I get it, I completely get it. So, and some people disagree. Alfonso, you disagree. But Alfonso, here's my thing.
Bless you. Sneeze all day. Gregory Harrison, thank you.
If you're going to read it, just read the whole thing.
I'm wanting the Spear family to have a kick-ass weekend in VB. Pour some sugar on me. Amen, sir. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah,
we do too.
And trust me, this is really hard for me because I can't conceal carry. And I can't stand going to these things and not carrying. But I'm going to try to have a good time and just, you put it in twice.
It did it twice. I didn't do it twice.
Can you take it out, please?
Yes.
Here's the thing. Then we'll wrap this up and we'll watch the video. Is people are like, it's not natural. Well, here's the thing I'll say. Is you have no right to know what people think about you. Yes, and bless you, by the way.
Thank you.
You have no right to know what people think about you. It's none of your business. And it's amazing when I started thinking that way, how much I don't care what people think about me. People don't understand why I say that, but I can't influence you. I can't change your opinion anyway. I can't, when people go, you made me feel bad. I'm like, no, you made yourself feel bad. You allowed me to make you feel that way. You gave me too much power. You shouldn't do that. My wife can cripple me with a word. With a word. She proved it right before the show. And we were in a little tiff. She has that power over me. I am hers. I would die for her if she asked me to. That's it. I've thought about it a million times. I'm playing over and over my head at the Def Leppard concert if there's a shooter. I've already mapped out everything. I've already went through every angle. I know where they stage security guards. I know where their vulnerable spots are. I've already run OPSEC. I know where we're running to. I've already instructed Hayden on what to do. It's terrifying, but this is the reality of life today,
Yes.
And I know where this person will come in if they're going to come in. I know right where they're going to come in. And you're damn skippy. I'm going to be on the opposite side. Why? Because I'm going to put as many bodies between him, her, and I that I can so we get out. A lot of people don't do that. This is the way I think. And I've been thinking this way for a long time. But I can't change the way a person feels about me. That's only your power. And you can blame me all you want, but I'm not a telekinetic. I don't plant seeds. There's no such thing as inception. So you allow it to happen. So if that's true, and it is, then it's none of my business if somebody's gay or lesbian, and therefore I'm not going to pass judgment on them because that's not my job. Lest ye be judged, folks. He who is without sin may cast the first stone, right?
Yep.
So I'm not going to judge them at all. I am going to be as much of a human and Christian man that I can be towards them, and know that if someone tries to harm them and they're my friend, that I will stand shoulder to shoulder with them, and I will break a bat out and die with them to protect their lives because they're family, they're a friend, and I don't care if they're gay, because that's, out of all the things, you might as well care about skin color. It's trivial. It doesn't matter. I don't care who they have a relationship with. So it's just not a question that bothers me. And the same thing with transgender people. Now, here's the crux. If you're going to be alone with my kid, I don't care who you are. You don't get alone with my kid until I know, until I check you out, until I know everything about you.
Yep.
And that goes for everybody. I don't trust anybody. But I have no problem with somebody who's gay or lesbian coming over to my house and breaking bread with me, because we're not going to talk about that shit. So when people are like, I disagree, Matt, I disagree. It's not natural. I never said it was natural. You just don't have to make it unnatural. You don't have to make the relationship and destroy the relationship based upon something you don't agree with. That's their soul is their responsibility, not mine. It's not my job. And I would never try to convince a gay person not to be gay. It's none of my fucking business. It's none of my business. Now, if they're out there flaunting their ass and wearing chaps and riding giant cock floats, okay, I got an issue. Now you're bringing it into the public domain. That shit needs to stay away from me. That's my thought. As far as somebody saying that they were married to someone and they were a lesbian the whole time, I don't know if that's true. I don't know that person. But I will tell you that there are people who make decisions all the time to no longer be gay or to be straight. And they make this in the midlife crisis. They make this at an older age. They make it at a young age. And that's their disposition. But I know this. For people who are like, oh, yeah, man, you're born this way. Well, I'll tell you this. When I think about having gay sex, it's not my thing. And it's not that I can't see that Ryan Reynolds is a good-looking guy, because with 5 or 6 whiskeys and a back rub and some Barry Manilow, who knows? Maybe. But I'm pretty confident that cock just doesn't do it for me, because I've seen mine, and although it's a beautiful dick, Peter, I know I'm good. But when I see a pair of boobs or some ass or vajayjay, that's my jam, baby. And I know it's my jam because I've buttered the bread and I love it. So there are other people out there who may not have those feelings and they're repulsed. So it's hard for me to think that there's somebody who just goes, I'm gay. So I got to kind of agree with Mel that they may have had underlying feelings, or they may have done something in college. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But how about this? How about it doesn't matter? How about we just love people for who they are and not for who they aren't? And I think if we could just do that a little bit more, we would all be better and better Christians. And I'm not preaching to you. I mean, if you want to hate gays, that's your choice. I don't care. That's you. I can't change your mind. You can't change my mind. That's the way it is. Personally, I don't want to know about anybody's bedroom activities. Not interested. Oops. Sorry, Matt. I lived in the 70s, the 80s. I don't even recalling even thinking about who was gay and who wasn't. Right. Exactly. Me too.
Go up to Scott Andrews' question. He had a good question.
Matt, your thoughts on teachers pushing the non-binary transgenderism in the classroom? You want to read that off? You can't do that to me.
I'm sorry.
You just had me read it, and then you just put up a don't. You're horrible.
Mr. Hollandays, Mandels, if y'all sing Def Leppard, the dummies are always 2 steps behind. That's funny.
You guys, we'll talk about Def Leppard in a second. In the classrooms, I personally believe it's not the teacher's place. It has no place in our education system. Here's the thing, is I think, and Olivia will tell you what she thinks. I think that a child should go through human anatomy and sexual, what is it called?
Sex education?
Yeah, but the kids call it something now. It's in their school.
FLE?
Yeah.
FLE, I think.
FLE. I think children, with parents' consent and with parents' support and parents' help, understand what safe sex is and understand what sexually transmitted diseases are and understand that there are different types of people out there who prefer, but that's at a certain age. And it shouldn't be at 10. It shouldn't be at 12. And I think around 14, for girls, I think it should be a little bit younger because they're going to be approached at a very young age, especially nowadays with sex. And I think it's important for girls to be educated about pregnancy and everything else because you gotta treat a girl a little differently. A boy, you should keep their hormones in check as long as you can, but you need to also understand that those things are raging and boys think with one thing and it's this. And even when we're my age, you still think with this. It's the way we are. And I think there needs to be an education and a conversation. I don't think they should do intramural FLE. I think the boys should be taken to the boys' room and the girls should be taken to the girls' room and leave them separate. And that comes to drugs, alcohol, and everything else because men need to have a conversation that's very different than women. And the men need to have the man talk. And the women need to have the women talk. And it needs to make sure that the parents have it before anyone has that fucking talk with my kid.
Yeah. We had in our school, in 5th grade, we had the girl talk our counselor. It was all the girls went to the counselor's office. It was a small school, and of course, counselor's a woman, and got to talk about the monthly ant flow and blah blah blah. What changes are happening to our body? I think the boys had their own with a male teacher. I don't know. I wasn't invited, so I don't know what they talked about. But we started at 5th grade, and then freshman year we had sex ed. But it was all about, abstinence and STDs and what can happen and blah, 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 blah. And that there was no, well, you could be a man if you choose, or you could be a woman
none
if
of
you
that
choose.
shit.
Or it was all basically straight up. These are sexually transmitted diseases.
Yeah.
The best way not to get them is to abstain from sex. These are the protections you can use. Yada, 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 yada. It was basically straight up. There was no any ideology planted in our heads at that age.
All right, we got to get to the commercial real quick. Let's just watch this segment, and then we'll be right back.
I got a question for you, too.
And we're going to be staying late tonight, so here we are.
Is it your intention to run trans people out of the state of Texas? No? Just out of the bathroom? Is it your intention?
That's a really good answer. You should have said sports, too. It's amazing listening to these people try to dignify their own their just completely disillusioned ideas and principles. I think if we would spend more time focused on our own inequity, that we probably wouldn't have time to be focused on others, and the lest ye be judged is not designed to say don't judge people, because that's not what I'm saying. You have the right to judge. What I'm saying is your judgment matters not. Your judgment makes absolutely no difference. It's not imperative to the human element and the human journey that they're taking. Your opinion matters nothing. Your judgment matters. The only judgment that matters is the final judgment from God. And the self-judgment you ascertain through life. Self-judgment is, dare I say, more punitive than God's own judgment. We're harder on ourselves than just about anybody. I don't need any help with anyone telling me who I am when I tell myself all the time. So, Brian, I agree with you in your statement, if I read it correctly. Lest ye be judged is not just God's words. And yes, we can judge. I'm just saying it doesn't matter. God doesn't ask your opinion in the pearly gates when he thinks about somebody else. Hey, Matt, I have a question. Can you tell me about Bob Smith, your next door neighbor, and tell me what you think? Should he get up here? Should we send him down to hell? What do you think? Purgatory? What are your thoughts? I don't think God asks anyone's opinion. So your judgment means nothing. Because ultimately, your judgment is baseless because you have not had the experiential learning that person you're judging has. Now, can we judge a pedophile? Fuck yes, we can. And we can say that that's against a moral code, but that's different. That's different from somebody's soul. That's not our area of expertise. Our area of expertise are natural and written law. God's law is God's. Ours is the law of man. And we both judge with impunity. They're just two different types of judgment. I can't ban somebody's soul to eternal hell. He can. I can castigate their body to the fire, but that's not their soul. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, God gets the last word every fucking time. Every time he gets last word. What's up?
Would you refresh the goal? I want to make sure that when I deleted that second donation that it's the correct amount.
Yep,
okay, thank
183.
you. Perfect.
All right, so here's it. We have a really if you thought the first hour was good, the next hour is going to be about. I've told you guys that I've seen a lot of the footage from Hamas and what they did to the Jews, and I've never played it on the show. I have one that I am going to show you, and it's troublesome, and it's a father who tries to save his two boys, and they flee, and Hamas jumps the fence, and they throw a grenade into a small confined space with the father and the two boys. And I'm going to show it to you because I'm sick and tired of hearing about Hamas. And I'm sick and tired of hearing how this is genocide. This is a war And I've got to pay. And then I'm going to show you Misfit Patriot, who was on Tim Pool podcast. It's not like Tim doesn't know who I am. It frustrates me that he won't have me on the show. Maybe he hasn't gotten around to it.
Maybe we need to invite him on our show. So
I just look at some of the guests and I'm like, I just don't think he knows who we are. Are we doing trivia question today?
Yes, I actually just texted you. I'm going to put this donation in and then we can do trivia. Brenda Shepherd, because I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brenda. We love you too. Libre Tad says, for 6 years as a man, I cleaned female toilets, whether women and girls were there or not. Often had nice chats, compliments on the cleanliness, only once asked to leave. Okay. But it's that one time that you're asked to leave that you should get the fuck out. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you had that experience. And janitors are often, and if that was your job, I cleaned female toilets as well at restaurants and in retail. And we would close it off and open the door. And I would never put myself in a position to be alone with a woman in a bathroom. It's just not smart. Never would do it as an employee. So I find that weird, to be honest with you, just a little bit. I'm not saying you're weird. I'm just saying the entire situation's kind of weird. Why would you be in a woman's bathroom when they were doing their business? I find it interesting that they didn't say anything. You know what I mean? But once again, it depends on the situation, really. I mean, it truly does, doesn't it? But the moment that they say get out, you get out, right? I think that's the point with the whole transgender in the bathrooms debate is it only takes one. And if a woman says, get the fuck out of the restroom, you got to go. And I know you would have. You would have been like, I'm out of here. You would have been like, no, man. I need to watch you pee. I guarantee you didn't do that. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I've had women, when I've been in there, who go in and say, can I use the bathroom real quick? And I'm like, yep. And I walk out and I stand in the front, and stay away. And I'll close the door for them. And then they come out and I kick it open and put the caution sign up and go in and clean it. So I'm with you. I understand. But I know other places in bars, we couldn't do that because the in and out, we would have to, like when we were bouncing bar. So I agree with you, Libre, because when I was bouncing bar, we couldn't leave the door open because women were in and out, and I would have to go in and I would have to replace toilet paper. I can't tell you how many times when stall 3 was out of toilet paper and I'd have to run in there and I'd go to a girl and go, would you give him this toilet paper? She's like, I'm not getting in that toilet paper. You look at my knit. You kidding me? I'm like, stall 3. You see a woman go, I'm right here. You go, toilet paper, you bring it. I've done that. I've walked into a woman's restroom. I've walked into a woman's restroom with my daughter. I've asked women to take my daughter in because I didn't feel comfortable, but I'd be like, is anyone in there? You go, no. And I would take Hayden into there because I'm not going to take her into the men's room. So listen, situations are situations. But if some woman came in and said, you need to get the fuck out of here, I'd be like, you're right. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm leaving. That's not my place.
Okay.
That was my foot.
I know. I was like, okay. I thought one of the kids banged the door.
Yeah, I wouldn't be okay with a male janitor. But I'm not kidding. There are times when I'm bouncing bar, you're talking someone puts their hand up in the stall and you throw them a roll of toilet paper. And that's about the extent of it. But no, I don't feel comfortable.
I don't think women in bar care. They're drunk.
But that's my point. I can't tell you how many times I had to go in there and pull a woman out of the toilet because she passed out drunk. And I would have to go in there while other girls were in there and pull her out. That's happened before. So what I'm saying is it's situational. But a transgender has no reason to be in there. It's like, I'm doing a blue wafer toilet check. No, you get the fuck out of there. You got no reason to be in there. And I can understand how it would feel awkward for her, him, whatever, to go into a male restroom. But that's not my problem. It's your problem. And I shouldn't have to accommodate your psychosis in order for you to feel whole. That's the other thing I don't understand. Is why it's a mental illness is because you need to seek my approval in order to feel whole. I don't need to seek my wife is fucking smoking, and I don't need your approval to think so, because trust me, I get to be involved with that every night, and I have no complaints. Zero, zilch, none. And your approval is not required. Don't even care. You know what I mean? All right. Do we have a?
I texted it to you. Hopefully it makes sense.
Why don't you just ask it, honey?
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. So trivia. I'm going to ask the question. Okay. Text 276-200-2105 with the answer. It is a 2-part answer today. the answer and your full name.
What is this, the Miss America pageant?
The first, you'll understand why when I get the question. The first person to text the correct answer with their name, don't forget your name, gets a $10 donation in your name from Mr. JD Stillwell. So, all right. Are we ready for today's question?
We are. Let's do it. And then we got a quick break just to hit goal. It's 2:08:44. We're going to Virginia Beach this weekend to go see Def Leppard. Just to let you guys know, the concert tickets were extremely cheap. I think it was $50 a person because we're sitting on the lawn. We got a room for nothing, a double room for the kids. The whole trip is going to, I don't know, I think it was like under $4.
Oh, and gas just went down below $3.
I
so
know.
when we fill up before we leave,
Thank you, Donald Trump.
Awesome.
So the whole thing's going to be under $500 after food. So I feel obligated to tell you because there's people who've questioned how we spend our money. This is not a vacation. It's just 2 days to get out of town, and we haven't done it. We want to get out. We want to go listen to some great music. And
it's probably the last time we'll see Def Leppard.
Yeah, it's probably the last time we're going to see Def Leppard. And we're going to go on vacation here soon. I need to figure out whether it's going to be Damani or Leroy who take over for that night. But anyway, text the trivia question. Here it is. Let's go.
All right. On today's date in U.S. history, during what war and year of that war did Alexandria, Virginia surrender and is occupied by British forces? I repeat, in today's date in history, during what war and what year in that war did Alexandria, Virginia surrender and is occupied by British forces?
Send your answers in right now.
276-200-2105, not in chat.
Don't forget to donate. Let's blow this son of a gun up. Let's crush it. Let's go crush it, crush it, crush it. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations, but after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son. Every share, every dollar, every message, you're the reason we can keep calling out the BS and bringing color back to the world going gray.
If you want to help, we take PayPal, Venmo, or snail mail. You can send it to P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142.
Can't donate? No problem. Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored. You can donate at thedumbshow.com/donate.
You know what happens when you turn the dial harder? You can make a harder grimace. The harder you grimace, the more effective it is.
You tighten it so freaking I can't do it. I can't untighten it.
That's what she said.
That's what she's... Oof. Oof. Coming in with it. Pounded. Pounded. Pound.
Child gets 15.
Ethan, you look like a hippie.
Totally tubular.
You know this is recording, right?
Okay, let's go. Smile. Donate. Don't start with me. Donations. Every time you don't smile, I'm going to punch you in the ribs. Donations. Take one. Scene one. Ready. Set. Ethan. Ready. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
Ethan, don't mess this up. Ready. Set. Action. No. Whoa. Director calls action, not some stupid toddler. Ethan, don't mess this up. Ethan. Caller, you need to hold on until we're done. No, director calls action. You got to mute your phone.
Oh shit, sorry, bro.
He's so much better than you at everything. Hayden, he's just like, even, it's just, go ahead, Hayden.
I'm fucking listening to your bullshit on a fucking phone. Go
Stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored.
That's a wrap. Well done, Spear family. I bet we make no money.
But I'm gonna owe them money without.
Hayden, do your thing again.
Oh yeah, cut it.
Baby shark, doo 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 doo.
All right, folks, thank you. We had a phone call came in here, and then he threw a hissy fit. We'll see if we can call him back and see what his problem is.
Wait, we gotta do the trivia first.
We are. We will in a minute. We'll do this first. His name is Truck Jetterbug.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 81667688293 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, truck. This is Jim from White Wall Repair over there on 7th and 3rd. We're calling, man, because we got those white walls in for you. All you got to do is give us a call back there, truck. We appreciate it. Tell Sally Beth and Joey Sue that we said hi. See you guys next week. We got some great moonshine coming over there for you. We got an engine. We're going to go ahead and pull it out of your bathtub. All right, man. Don't forget to wash the car. We'll see you soon. Okay, bye. You call into my show during a fucking commercial. I gotta listen to that shit. Well, I'm gonna call you back, and now you gotta listen to that shit. So go fuck yourself.
I wonder if it was the dude.
The dude. Yeah, I don't know.
Balls.
Truck Jutterberg.
All right. All right.
I gotta listen to this shit. Oh, poor baby.
All right. Who won trivia?
It's a good question. Let's go find out. And I know the answer. No, I won't. I don't want to tell anybody. That's not right. It's not my trivia. I don't get to do it. Fine. Why don't I ever get to play? Frank Riley. Got it right. No, Debbie. Joseph. Nope. It's when the German. Yes, Joseph. It's when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, here we go. I Kinky Enterpriser guy. Hey, what's up, mate?
Hey, is this Timu Howard Stern? I just wanted to call and ask, when was the last time you ever...
Oh, too bad. We only take real people here, not fucking stupid people who do audio segments. Come on, man. Seriously, create your channel again. Try again. You only failed like 4 fucking times. Try it again. Deirdre...
Got it correct.
Is correct. Carrie Spricks is correct. And we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. James Jurgermeyer. Nope. Melanie Marino.
No.
No. Jennifer Garlett. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Mr. Sauce got it. And the winner tonight. Ooh.
Oh, did not the 2-part.
It's not the 2-part.
Not the two-parter.
Unfortunately, War of 1812 is correct, but the date was August 29th, and I think 1814 was the total. And I think it's when the British came over flotilla and attacked Alexandria, Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. Colonel, I don't remember the colonel's name. He was a British swords. Timu Howard Stern. Dude, I am so much fucking better looking than Howard Stern, bro. See, that's weak. That's just weak, because who would ever want to be Howard Stern? I want his money, but that's about it. That was
all right.
weak.
So the winner is Mr. Sauce. Thank you, Mr. Hollandaise.
Hollandaise Sauce. Sorry. I know. Wasn't fair. That was a tough one. Jeez Louise.
I came up with that one all by myself. And ChatGPT.
All
they helped
by
me.
Myself.
ChatGPT helped me.
You know what? Let's call him back. Let's call him back. I'm looking for some fun tonight.
Oh, goodness.
Let's just do it. Let's call him back. Let's see.
How in the world is he getting 2 different phone numbers?
You don't have any. Oh, it's this. I don't have any hair on the top of my head. Look at all that hair. Holy shit. Would you like to see the hair on my balls, too? I think I got some of your wife's pussy on my mouth, too.
Oh my God, Matthew.
No, whatever. Hi. I'm not going to answer.
Hello.
They're trying to load the fucking clip. Come on, dude. Get your MP3. Get it together, fuck stick. Don't call into my show and do that. Have it loaded. You can't get the audio to work? It's kind of like your penis. Come on, dude. Load it. How the fuck do you drop the ball? You call in and you don't even have the MP3 loaded and ready to go? You guys are pathetic. All right, I'm going to hang up. Let's call him back. Bob Saget. You want to see my wife's puss? Dude, you haven't had pussy since pussy had you. You ain't going to be able to see it. Come on, call back.
Bobbert. Huh?
See, you guys are so pissed because your boy quit, and now he's calling all his friends who still follow him because this is the best you got. Why don't you guys?
Your call has
if
been
you're so,
forwarded to
oh,
voicemail.
look at these
The
fucking
person you're
pussies. The Groypers had more freaking balls than you guys. Seriously, and they're a bunch of neo-Nazis. Come on, this is the best you guys got. Why don't you guys do the ting thing again? Oh, I keep hearing a sound. You guys can't prank call a pizza place or go TP a house? Oh, there we go. Yes. Yes, here it is. Sound. Nope, too bad. See? Can't do it. Stop the recordings. Come on, buddy. No, Bob. Bob, I'm not the one letting it out. You're the one who's swinging and fucking missing. You obviously are jealous of my wife. You're jealous of me. You got a small dick. It's your fault. Not mine. Blame your parents. What's up? Load it.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Really good.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
Hello. I can't hear you. You got to turn up your mic. Hello. Can you hear me?
I don't think so.
Hello.
I don't.
Can you hear me?
You're hilarious.
Hello.
You are so funny.
Hello?
You're weird.
Can you hear me?
Beyond compare.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can't.
Oh, now I can hear you. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Your boyfriend's dick was in my ear. What did you have to say?
I just was trying to understand what was going on here exactly. What's the show all about?
Oh, well, we provide areas for people to come in and talk about their sexuality and share themselves with us and tell us all about them. So why don't you go ahead and share?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Are you supposed to be a comedian of some sort, or are you a therapist, or what?
I don't know. People look at me and laugh. That's great. No, I'm not a comedian. I don't find myself very funny. Do you find me funny?
Is the Sarah Silverman wannabe beside you your wife or your girlfriend?
Do you find me funny?
You are the funniest person I've ever spoken to in my life. No word of a lie.
She's like Sarah Silverman, but with giant fat arms. Like, look at the arms. Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh, is that English? Oh, that's so cute. You're an Englishman.
What do you think?
All right. So, how many of you are? Hold on a second. We have to have a cordial conversation, right? How many of you are there?
Sure. About 63, and I'm not joking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's 63 of you there.
Yeah. Do you want us all to say hi?
Are these all are these all your personalities, or will we hear from them individually?
No.
So can you tell the Brit to shut the? Okay, can you tell the Brit to shut up, because we have 1776 reasons not to give a fuck what a Brit says. You're gonna be a Muslim country. Oh, you're gonna be a Muslim country in 10 years. You fucking dumb English cunts.
Racist, you fucking stupid.
I'm a racist because I don't like white people. That's really fucking genius. I'm a racist because I don't like white people. Fucking limeys. Have you guys done anything right throughout history besides rape your own fucking women and Irish? I mean, what have you guys done? Have you done anything for the world except try to conquer and get your fucking asses kicked by everybody? Iran made you look stupid. The fucking Germans made you look stupid. We had to come and save you in World War II. We had to save you in the Falklands. What has England ever done?
To my 70 listeners.
What have you guys ever done? What have you guys ever done? You given up your country to Muslims.
He's got his
you literally are going to make fucking England a Muslim superpower.
I got a question. Can I ask a question?
Sure, ask him a question.
Are you guys at a furry convention? Is that why you got 70 people there? Who's dressed up as the cat? Who's the rabbit? Who's the dog?
Who pitches in the relationship?
I'm really curious.
Who pitches in that relationship, I wonder? I think the Brit does. I think you take it up the ass.
Finger wings are yours, and then it wouldn't look so embarrassing when you have to get him out and stand next to this dickhead listening to him.
Oh, you're so clever. You're so clever. But guess what? You're watching my show, and you're here begging for attention.
I love your show. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
My favorite show.
I love looking at your stupid fucking dumbass tattoos that look like they were done by a fucking...
Oh, yeah. See, that's great. You know what's funny is my 2 arms are probably worth more than you make in a year, you fucking twat. Well, thanks for calling in. You guys did a lovely job. You really did.
Hey, dumbass.
You really look... No, I'm sure you can clip nothing from this. What? I can't hear you. I can't... What? Yeah, they went empty again. Is that the best people have? That's the best they got. I'm gonna make fun of your tattoos.
What'd they say about my arms? I'm just curious.
Oh, I don't know. Your arms are fat or some shit. I don't know.
Sarah Silverman wannabe? Okay. Never heard that one, but okay.
Well, they tried.
They tried.
I mean, that's the best they got. And the funny thing is instead of making an argument about why you're gay, I didn't insult your lesbian, gay bullshit. That's your stuff. And I defended you the whole night. And you obviously were upset about something, but instead of going ahead and conveying that, you decided to just basically verbal diarrhea all over the show. So congratulations. I hope you can clip that. Jonathan Pearson. Oh, that's got to be the Brit.
Mm-hmm.
He is a furry. Are you fucking kidding me? He's
a
furry. Look at that pink triangle.
He's the dog. He's the dog. Or is that a cat? Oh, it's a cat. Okay,
Jonathan
he's the cat.
Pearson. Jonathan Pearson's the furry. Oh. No, I'm going to throw it in the garbage. Dirt. Is that all we got?
Apparently.
Mel, don't ban him. Leave him on there. Leave him on there. Oh my God, I love getting dragged. This is so gay. This is awesome. Javier, happy Labor Day to you. Oh, here we go. We got a Nevada phone number, which probably. Hi, welcome to the show.
Oh my God.
How many fucking Brits? Aren't you guys supposed to be asleep? Aren't you guys supposed to fucking be asleep? What is it over there? What is it, 12, 14 hours? One more time, let's see. All right, I'll give you one more chance.
You meet me?
Nope. You tried. This is fun. I want to do this more often. This is great. Matt Demo says, can you explain how you come up with all this information and who are they besides the fairies in a Muslim state? Well, it's England. What else do they have to do? Literally. Except oppress their own people. Come on. Anybody else? Is that it? Is that all we got? All right. That was pretty weak. For a raid, that was a pretty weak raid.
That was very weak.
The Groypers did a better job. The Nazis did a better job.
The Groypers did a much better job. At least they got on the show.
Nazis 1, British homos 0. Okay.
Oh, another one.
All right, one more time. Come on.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming to get you. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. Are you at a 7-Eleven right now? Could you pour me a Slurpee, please?
Was that the best you can come up with?
It was pretty fucking good, you fucking cunt. Why don't you go find a pot of a rainbow and go get some gold, you fucking cunt? Hey, let me ask you a question. Does the British guy fuck you and you play the IRA? Is that what you do? Do you bomb him? Do you go ahead and fucking go, I'm from Belfast and I fucking take it up the ass? You're a fucking pussy. What you gonna fucking do? What are you gonna fucking do, you fucking blooming cocksucking leprechaun? See you later. You guys suck. You guys are fucking pathetic. You can't even get a word out, you fucking cunt. I love the Irish. They're so fun. So easy. I actually like the Irish. I'm a big fan of what they do. I love your guys' work. Really, I do. Guinness is amazing. Is that it? That's the best you guys got? Is that the best you got? That's all you got? Clip this. Fucking please clip this. I want all 10 of your followers to watch this. Please clip this. If I don't see this, I'm going to be very disappointed. Is that it? Are we done? All right, let's move on. Hey, Misfit Patriot has a video that I want to show you. JD says this is definitely PayPal customer service. I should have been like, this is Susie, your Time Life operator. So you got an English guy, you got a San Franciscan.
Sorry, I hit it
you're
prematurely.
Okay. Well, hey, it's perfect for the occasion of the people. Kimberly Jurgemeyer donated. You want to leave, but you can't let go. You want to stop, but you can't say no. You'll never laugh about it. You just can't live without it. Oh. White Lightning is one of the best songs by Leopard. And honestly, it should have been on Hysteria, but Steve Clark obviously was still alive. What an amazing band. I'm so excited. Yeah, I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Ethan doesn't remember. Is that really it? That's the best they have? Dude, here's the truth. Here's the truth. There is nothing you can say that will bother me. Nothing. You can try. You can call in And you can do it. And I will always give you the airtime. I will always give you the airtime because you deserve it. You can't insult my wife. She has a nicer house than you. She's beautiful. She is a full-figured woman. If you want to say a size 6 is full-figured. Has had 2 amazing kids. Has a great job. Has a fucking good-looking husband with a giant dick. It's a good-looking dick, Peter. And you guys, all you got is looks and tattoos, which means you're jealous of it, or you find me attractive and you don't know how
tattoos.
But you don't know how to deal with it. The thing is that you're gay and you know I'm good-looking. You know I am.
The only reason they're insulting me is because they're jealous.
I don't even think they're jealous of you. They're trying to get to me and they can't get my goat because I'm just gonna be honest. I get to have sex with her every night. So I'm good. But you guys are jealous. And it's obvious. Your show or whatever you guys do, I'll see this clipped. There'll be like 7 people. It's all your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your alcoholic Irish friends, which let's face it, they're all alcoholics because they're Irish. But I'll see this 6 months from now and nobody will watch it. Nobody will say anything. And I love that you guys came by. I really do. You're welcome here. Anytime. Please do it again. Johnny Appleseed. Can't even really spell it correctly. There you go, Kat. Do you guys swing? Well,
like at the park?
Yeah, at the park. I do. Well,
I'm a nanny, so I go to the park all the time, and the kids go on the swing all the time.
I swing on the porch often.
Our porch swing, yeah.
There's a tire out at the local apple tree that we go down and slide down my
on the
rain
swings today at the
barrel
park.
and open cellar door, and we'll be jolly friends forevermore. Yeah, whenever I can. Why are you cruising for a good time? Send me your picture. Oh, Johnny, you don't have what it takes. Nice. You know my name. Whatever will I do? Is this my doppelganger?
Yeah, would love to grab your.
Oh, see, you're not going to get it out. You're not going. I won't even let you get it out because all you got to do is be a real person. That's all you got to do. But my right here, so good. I know a recording when I hear it. Yeah. So no recordings. You want to be real? I'll let you on like your faggot San Francisco person was on the phone and the Englishman who takes it up the ass. That was real. You guys can come on again. All right. Are we done? Are we done? All right. We're good.
Okay.
Yes. Melanie had it right. The reason why they're jealous of Olivia is because she has good teeth.
Thank you, Scott, very much. Appreciate it.
Scott Andrews, $10. Again, love the show. And you know what? I'm a little disappointed in the English people. We can convert it to pounds, you know. You could have donated to the show. You said you love the show. You should have donated. Here's Misfit Patriot.
Another one.
And, you got another one? Okay, go ahead and pop that in there.
Robert Marlar, $10. Or, excuse me, $21.10. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Robert. And Libre, listen, I think it sucks what's happening to England. You know, I really do. But within the next 20 to 30 years, it's going to be the first Muslim country that is a nuclear superpower. And they have nothing but themselves to blame. And of course you're upset. I mean, I get that. But instead of you guys going against Parliament and going against the royals, you guys are just pissing over here in our pond. You know, we already settled our score with you guys. You know, we already saved you from the Germans. We're not going to save you from immigration and your lack of testicle fortitude of having borders. You think you would have learned that with the Germans, but you fucking Brits. Anyway, I guess I could take one more call. Should I take one more? Oh, got 2. Which one do I choose? Which seat shall we take? It's Friday. Getting down on Friday.
Right call.
Clip it. Which one do you want? Clinton Wilder or London On? Let's do Clinton Wilder. Okay. Hi, Clinton. Tell us how wild you are.
Clinton Hi, guys. Very hairy around my penis, my balls.
Yeah, okay. London On. Clinton Wilder sucked. Let's see how you are. Load the clip, dick. Are you the retard fucking cousin of the other guy? Load it.
Nope, can't get it.
Dude, I heard it. I heard you. Click it again, dummy. Click it again. It's 3 times, dude. Funny, he's never won 3 times before, Bob.
He needs to call.
One
AOL.
more, dude.
AOL tech support. Call AOL tech support.
One more.
Refresh.
Seriously.
Try again.
Dude, they're going to kick you out of the circle jerk if you can't figure this out. Do you want me to play? You want me to play something for you? You want me to help you out? Just click twice if you can hear me. click twice, fuck stick. Hello? No, come on. Do it. You can do it.
Yes, Obama is the Antichrist.
That's how you do it, dude. Can you do that? No? Okay, bye.
Are we done?
Sandy, don't leave. What did I do wrong? Don't leave. Sandy, don't leave. It's not me. I didn't do it. I was trying to be good. They started it. Just like they started the American Revolution with their taxation and stealing our firearms and taking all of our goats.
A prepaid card is running out. Yeah, probably.
Did you hear the click? Guy's like, play. All right, let's get to it.
Thank you, CJ. I love that you love to troll the trolls.
Oh,
Yes.
you see, and they think they're like, we hijacked his show. Bloody good time, mate. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and put another shrimp on the barbie. Oh, wait, that's the wrong country. Well, land full of criminals because England took all its citizens and threw it to Australia. Let's have a Foster's for beer, mate. Let's go have some tea and crumpets, Snuffy. All right. Misfit Patriot was on.
I get it from
your what?
Schaefer's dick sealing.
Schaefer's dick sealing. I got splinters on my dick. All the chords played on my dick this summer, and they had a good time too.
Oh, such a good commercial.
Tammy, you missed the clip. Yeah, we got trolled. Listen, you guys, this doesn't happen enough. So when it happens, we kind of like it. I think this is perfect for a Friday night, and I think trolling people is awesome. You just got to be good at it. They gave up way too quick. Like I gave them airtime. They just didn't do it. But I hope you guys clip this. I really do. You should. Because the one 3 years ago, I didn't know what I was doing and I wasn't. But now my limey kung fu is way too strong. You guys got rocked. I'm embarrassed. Oh, embarrassed. Here is Misfit Patriot, and he's talking about Israel. I want you to listen to this. And that no, you guys are done. No more. You already got rocked. I know you want to try to come and redeem yourself, but this isn't Tosh.0. No web redemptions for you putzes. Here is Misfit Patriot. I want you to listen to this. Gets into a debate, and here it is.
Get it from your argument that it looks like a wasteland, right? You can pull up a picture right now of what Japan looked like after
Japan
Hiroshima.
that was the imperial empire of Japan. It's not an
You always know you win the argument when they start doing that.
Occupied country.
Okay, but they look
Palestine is an occupied country.
You pull up pictures of Dresden. You pull up pictures.
Japan was starting wars with the United States. Like they had a military,
and
they had an army.
I swear to God, that one guy who called in the first one, I swear he looks like the poodle.
Navy. The Palestine has been systematically deinstitutionalized, de-developed by Israel for decades.
De-developed. Is that a word?
You said that Japan.
It's not a fair argument.
So you said that the reason Japan looks like Gaza is because Japan started a war with the United States, and that's why it looks.
No,
like
I'm not defending your Hiroshima bombing. That you're just saying. Oh, yeah.
Okay. What about
when they dropped the nuclear? I don't. They killed 300,000 civilians.
Was Hiroshima a genocide, or was it a necessary military action?
Yes, it was absolutely a genocide
to prevent Japan from.
No, it was wanton wholesale destruction of entire cities.
Not a genocide.
And killed hundreds of thousands of civilians.
Not a genocide.
That is genocide in whole or in part.
Was Operation Gomorrah a genocide? When the U.S. and the Royal Air Force bombed Hamburg, Germany, specifically targeting civilian areas in order to break the Nazi regime. But 9,000 tons of bombs were dropped, right? And what happened? It demoralized the Germans, because when you are
Again,
in a
the
war, hold on, when
Germans
you are
were
in
the
a war,
occupiers.
when you are in a war, the way you solve a war is you make it untenable for the other side to continue. That's if the thing that those people care about is their infrastructure, their buildings, their civilian population, whatever. That's what happens. Is there a genocide going on in Ukraine, in Russia, or is that two people fighting because one of them started a war? And this is what you people don't understand. You keep using the word genocide. You keep on trying to hammer it into people's heads. It's not a genocide just because you say it is.
So the difference between a genocide and a war, you're splitting hairs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're splitting hairs. But when you look at genocides and you look at the number of dead in genocides across history, would this qualify as genocide? Well, you have to ask yourself a couple questions. He used the word killed wantingly. See, a lot of people think that the Japanese were victims of Hiroshima or Nagasaki when it was earned. The Japanese were ruthless. They didn't take hostages. They didn't follow any of the basic order of conflict and any of the type of respect that you would have for enemies, whether taking POWs, whether it would be doing hostage exchange, but they would kill everybody. They would shoot civilians, they would sink ships, and not saying that the United States was any better with the way we treated them, but a genocide is is eradicating a group of people based upon race, color, creed, disposition, whatever it would be. This is a war. And the argument is that Palestine is an occupied state, which we can go through and we can talk about 3,000 years of history and disprove that. But what you really need to ask yourself the question of is it because that Palestine, which is not the people who are being attacked, but it is not Gaza, it's Hamas. And if Hamas is being attacked because they don't have a government, because they don't have an air force, does that make them any less of a threat to Israel? And based upon what they have done to Israel, 17 treaties broken since 1980, 86, 87? And October 7th was the last straw.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Genocide. I mean, I want to make sure because I think I have an idea, but isn't genocide murdering your own people, or is it just a specific
so let's get the exact definition, because ethnic cleansing has a lot to do with it. And by international law, and this is through the UN, the Prevention and Punishment of Crimes of Genocide, 1948, killing members of a group by national, ethnic, racial, or religion-based origins.
Okay. So it doesn't have to be your own people. Okay.
No. Causing serious bodily or mental harm to members of the group, deliberately inflicting conditions of life calculated to bring the group's physical destruction, imposing measures intended to prevent births within the group, or forcibly transferring children of the group to another group. So, for instance, that would be like mass immigration, forcing people out and relocating them to another territory outside of their current territory. None of those things are taking place. They've been displaced because those areas are being bombed. And if you want to say that Hamas is a group based upon ethnicity or religious beliefs, and that's why they're being targeted, that's a ridiculous notion. Because Muslims have been able to practice their religion for 2,600 different years inside the Middle East with absolutely no intolerance from the Jews and from Israel. Now, Israel is kind of a cliche because people will say, well, wait a second, Israel wasn't even around. And if you take a look at when Israel was established, right? But what we have to understand is that the nation of Israel still had representative Jews inside what is now known as Israel today, and over 9% of Jews still remained. And Eastern European Jews immigrated from Israel, not because of any choice, but were castigated out by the Romans. And this is where Palestina comes in. A lot of people say that the Palestinians were the Philistines, and they're not. In fact, they have absolutely no relation to that. And the ethnic line of Jews can be traced back to the Canaanites and can be to the modern day Judea. So is the claim that Jews have a right to the land and Palestinians do not. That's not the argument. And that never has been the argument. The Jews in Israel have tried the two-state solution. It doesn't work. And they gave that area of land and quarantined it off, not to have an air concentration camp that idiot people say. It was to keep them from attacking Israel as they did incessantly, launching rockets. And whether it be Hamas or the IRGC or Hezbollah or the Houthis or the JIP, Israel has always been a target. So when they keep saying genocide, it's not an accurate moniker for the situation, because none of those things are taking place unless you want to consider Hamas to be an ethnic group or a religious group. And they certainly are from a zealot standpoint, and believing that, you know, everyone who opposes them is infidels and deserves to die. But this is the way terrorists have been treated, and they always have been treated this way. I want you to watch this video. This video is disturbing.
Can I put in a donation first?
Sure, go ahead. Of course you can put in a donation. It's always appreciated.
I got another one too.
Sure, go ahead and put them both in.
Paul Rivera.
The
Troll Fest deserves a little more. Matt and Olivia having fun together. Well done, you two.
Oh, I just love this stuff. This is always fun. We had a question from a viewer. You want to hear this?
Yes.
Mike Dixon, I think, says, "Are you texting your side piece?" No, your mother wasn't available, so I text your sister instead. She says you have to be home by 11:30, and if you could go ahead and pick up some milk for the tea, she would be appreciative.
Oh, we got a voicemail.
Oh, do we? What does it say? Says no.
No.
Weak.
Very weak.
That's it?
That's it.
That's all they got. And it's pathetic. I'm just disappointed. You know, it kind of feels like the American Revolution all over again. It's like you guys didn't even try. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. This video it's bothersome. And I would say that if you have, by the way, folks, we don't have enough likes. We've got 165 in general, legacy, social, another 75 to 100. If you guys could do me a favor, spam that like button. Do that for me. I'd appreciate it. And that would mean a great deal. Please, please, please. And thank you for helping us hit goal. We really, really appreciate it. This video is troublesome. So if things like this bother you, please turn it off. I hope that YouTube does not block us for this. I don't think they will. But this isn't AI. This is footage from a home. Security footage, and it should be seen. And I've conflicted whether I should show this or not, but we've got to start seeing this so this narrative changes and just see what they did. And here it is. There's gunshots outside. It's the middle of, at some point, I don't know what time it was, but based upon this, seemed to be pretty early. And father runs and gets his children, 2 boys, and decides to go ahead and pull them out of their home and puts them in a shelter. And here it is. So if you see what happened there, they go into this, what looks to be a shed. And it looks like it goes in, it's a circle. So I'm not sure what that is. I've seen those before. Some of them look like restrooms or a changing room possibly. But they go in and they throw a grenade into the small confined space. And I will tell you, a grenade of any size in that area, it's going to cause permanent hearing loss. It's going to cause severe concussion, if not death. And the G-forces from that explosion with shrapnel and everything else would more than likely kill, unless two things happen. One is that it's a dud, or two, it's interfered with, like somebody laying on top of it, grabbing it, and holding it to their chest, but essentially taking the force of the explosion away so it doesn't hurt anyone else. And you can see it go off. And a fairly severe explosion. Not a lot of delay. And you can see the father instantly.
Is that the father, you think?
Yeah, it's not think. It's the father was blown apart. You can see the blood, and he took it and blocked his children. And when the grenade came in, he either jumped on it, grabbed it, or blocked his kids. So the shock wave and the shrapnel and the explosion itself, the concussive wave of the blast in that small space, saved his children's lives. At least
for
temporarily. And you can see that there is a blood pool. He's just completely, there's no chance. The amount of blood he has lost, he is instant. The grenade killed him immediately, but there's no coming back from that. He is most assuredly dead. Both boys, one of them, you can see the footprints, the father's blood all over their feet, but one of them has a severe cut on their leg. The boys are disorientated, coughing from the smoke. And they don't shoot him right away. Or don't do anything else. But they go inside. And they're being ordered to. They can't see. One of them is deaf in one ear. The other one has a severe laceration on his leg. Father dead. And I will say this, at least the trollers were calling and interrupting the show up until this point. So at least you have a little civility, just a scratch. So I have to give you that, and maybe you start calling now and proving me wrong, but at least you've recognized the seriousness of the conversation. Or maybe you guys started humping each other. I don't know. You can see his leg. He has a cut here all the way down, and he is bleeding profusely. Like I said, one is blind in one eye and hearing loss in the other, can't hear anything.
What do you mean?
This was Israel in October 7th. The exact location I do not have.
Mine. I want my mom.
This is in Israel, near the festival on October 7th. Ra'im is where the town is, or Ra'im. And you can see the amount of blood.
Do we know how old these boys are?
Yeah, I'll go into it. And I'll say this. That is tame compared to the rest of the videos. If I showed half of the videos that are available and difficult to get, actually, for a lot of people, that aren't on open source and you can't get.
I can say that is the first October 7th video I've watched. I haven't seen any of them.
That's because they're not being shown.
I know there was some right away, like when it first happened, but I didn't watch any.
There are so many more that aren't on the internet. And the details of this are, it's heartbreaking. The boys survived.
That's shocking.
They moved down into the festival, and his older brother was killed and murdered on the beach. He was camping, and they murdered him.
I figured they would have taken him hostage, since they were just taking hostages at that time.
Yeah, it's my understanding the boys had severe blood loss. One of them did survive. It's just terrible. And that's not genocide. The genocide took place on October 7th. And Israel has been protecting themselves from it ever since. And listen, I don't agree with everything Israel does. I'm not here to apologize for what they do. At all. But the kibbutzes that were hit were devastated. The rape, the murdering of kids. That father is a hero. Yep. And he saved his children, and he did his job. But there are people who are laughing at this. There are people who are celebrating this. And these are soulless.
There is a place in hell for them, right
Yeah.
next to the dude from the video earlier.
Yeah, and listen, it sucks that there are civilians who are dying and Gazans are dying. That's horrible. But these people, they've lost their entire family. They lost their father, they lost their older brother, they lost another brother. And I don't know what happened to the mother. But it's just, you don't get to call that a genocide. And once again, civilians dying is terrible. They die in war. I can only tell you how Israel is prosecuting this war, that they are using the technology to limit the amount of civilian casualties. But you see all these pictures of cities flattened. You guys, this is why they did 30 days. This is why they sent the Whiskey Pete, or the Willie Pete, up into the sky and warned them, and 300 feet above put white phosphorus in the sky. And Starburst is to warn the civilians to get out. They leafed it with pamphlets. They made announcements, and they told them, we're going to flatten this area, and you've got to exfil. And they gave them time to do it. And every time before they bombed, they would do it. But this is the problem. The food, the starvation, the stealing of supplies. This is the only reason why this is continuing to happen is Hamas will not surrender. They will not stop. And Israel will never allow this to happen again. And they have every right to defend themselves. And civilians die in war. And if they want this to stop, then just surrender. Turn Hamas over. The problem is that 91% of all the adults in Gaza want the Jews dead.
Yep.
That's the truth. And the younger ones are being groomed and raised to feel the same exact way. And you can't negotiate with these people because there are no heads of the snake. This is an ideology. You can't identify these people. And yes, they wear green armbands and green, keffiyehs and everything else, but that's not the way they came that day. That day they came armed to the teeth with explosives and high capacity mags to kill as many Jews and take as many hostages to protect themselves from retribution from Israel. Go ahead, Mel. How are you? Thank you for the Omaha Steaks today. We're so excited.
Thank you. I didn't get a chance to text you. Thank you so much.
No, but Hayden did so on your behalf. So
Oh.
I'm just hoping. Yeah, I'm just hoping that you'll let her have some of it. So no, it's all good.
She doesn't get it. She doesn't get any.
She does, and so does E. But anyways,
maybe.
No, on this, I just wanted to bring up that the Toronto Film Festival for the last 2 weeks or whatever is under a big, huge whatever, and they finally now allowed, after much pushback or whatever, there's this producer, whatever, he has an October 7th documentary, whatever, that does the Toronto Film Festival banned, right? Like right off the get-go. So with some public backlash, as of 2 days ago, it's back into the festival. And I'm like, it's bullshit. Like, this is all, this political coverance for Hamas worldwide has got to fucking stop. Like, this is just, like, people need to see this shit. Like, I'm glad you showed that video. It was not one of the worst ones.
No, and I can't show the worst ones.
I know you.
Sorry,
can't.
I didn't mean. I was texting my side piece. I apologize.
Yeah.
Tell her hi for me.
No. But
she'll be here tonight.
Okay.
But the reality is, people need to see, and that's where all the and it was brought up months and months and months ago when all of this whatever put this out there. So all these bandwagoners, whatever, these fake Palestinian supporters get to see what they're supporting.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem. They
won't care though. They'll say it's propaganda. No, they'll say it's they'll say it's propaganda.
I know.
They don't care, Mel. They don't give a shit because in the end they're being paid to do this. That's all they care about. And the ones that aren't truly hate the Jews and would celebrate this anyway. They're the same people that watch the Bataan Death March and watch the Holocaust camps and celebrate it. They don't care. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, no. And that's the sad part. But to me, all of that should be put on public broadcast.
Yes, 24 hours a day
these
in Times Square.
Documentaries and whatever. Nothing should be censored. This shit has got to get out there, and the more it's out there, then maybe we can reclaim some of this whatever.
This is so much like the Cuban Missile Crisis and the amount of disinformation that was coming out of Russia and Russian state media, which they were just blatantly lying about nukes in Cuba, and the whole entire time, just bold-faced lying in the UN. And when we finally, showed them, the grasshopper shots that we had, and some of the flyovers that we had with the Corsairs and the A7s taking tarps pod shots, and coming back and seeing that these birds were actually in Cuba and just literally laying waste to them during the Cuban Missile Crisis. That's what it needs to happen. This needs to be shown in the UN, but why not? Why aren't we showing this stuff?
Well, and that's where that blue beret that I have buried in the bottom of whatever, and I'm probably going to light it on fire because I've been in a situation in a country, whatever, wearing that blue hat and saw exactly the same kind of bullshit indoctrination between two warring countries. And I'm like, this is bullshit. And it's all like, and they feed, like, it's, and this, they educate their kids. And there's, at one point in one of the DMZ zones that I got to get close to in one of my tours, whatever, I'm like, the classrooms are like maybe 200 yards apart between the wires, and they're teaching each other how to hate each other. And I'm like, this is such a fucking bullshit. It's child indoctrination, like what's going on with the trans bullshit, like whatever. But this has been going on with these people for thousands of years, like whatever. They're taught to hate each other. And it's an accepted whatever. I'm like, no. And then you put us all in the middle of this to diffuse, like, no.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. And the UN has gone so, to me, corrupt.
Oh, they've never been in the corner of the United States. I mean,
well, no, they haven't been in the corner of any Western country, like whatever.
Never. Western civilization is antithetical to the United Nations, as it's a world of countries, and that's their entire embodiment. But take a look at Adlai Stevenson under Kennedy and what he went through with the Cuban Missile Crisis and the way that the world railed against the United States. Take a look when we got involved in England and Germany. The Japanese, just the persecution that we had from limiting the amount of bombing runs we can do. When we finally went with the English in Dresden and we hit Germany and we wiped out and literally liquefied one of the most non-military civilian-based targets, but we were chastised in the media. This is the way it's always been. Mel, I'm going to have to go in a second, but I'm going to let you wrap it up real quick, and then I want to address something before the next couple ones.
Yeah, well, my next whatever was UNDRIP, which is the UN interference in the indigenous stuff that we have going on in Canada.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you don't get to dictate our fucking policies, and you make these massive whatevers, which the indigenous whatever, because they're all about cash and whatever, and they're like, well, the UN says. I'm like, UN has no jurisdiction in my fucking country. And that UNDRIP thing, your people can Google it, and it's like, no. Yeah. UN doesn't get to stick their fingers in the pie in our fucking country. Like, yeah, we'll go there to kind of slow things down or back everybody off and maybe bring somebody to the table. That was what the UN agenda was back at their inception. Yeah. Now it's just nothing but a fucking political thing. And to me, all of those people that are living in New York City under the UN, whatever, that should be dismantled. Like, they should put the thing that they put into Building 7 and take that building like right to the ground and say, okay, all of you go back to your countries. You have no diplomatic immunity. You guys are all living off the high hog here. This is garbage. It's garbage. UN has no, to me, any more credibility. And like I said, I have the Blueberry, and at one point I thought, yeah, I'm doing whatever. Now I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the of the UN either. All right, kid. I love you.
Anyways,
I appreciate you.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks,
you got
Mel.
it.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for calling in. You're the best, Mel. We love you. Mel is amazing.
Love
Mel. She is a cool cat. So I want to address something. There's yeah, I'm gonna say it. For trolls and people who call into the show, your goal is to try to find some sort of pleasure-inducing endorphin by hurting other people because you feel, with a myopic viewpoint, that those people are trying to hurt you. I spent a lot of time in England. I worked with Royal Marines. I worked with British SAS. I know a few people in MI6. I have relationships with a lot of HMS sailors that we'd play rugby together and get our butts kicked by them constantly. And by the second half, be absolutely completely shit-faced on the pitch. I don't have any animosity towards England other than as much as you guys have with the French. There's just a big rivalry there. I don't have a problem with gay people. In fact, I think I defended, as a conservative, homosexuality fairly effectively tonight. And I certainly don't despise trans people. But either way, your identity is based upon identifying people who you believe are the reason for your unhappiness. And if you would have listened to anything in the show, you would have found out that that responsibility lies with you, and only you, is I can't make you feel anyway. And I will tell you, I've been with my wife for 26 years. And to me, she's the most beautiful woman in the world. No, that's not true. That's a blatant lie. There's other women who are prettier. But she's everything that I dreamed of. And she checked every box for me. And I don't mind when people come in and try to hurt me, because you can't. Just you can't. I'm taller than you. I'm stronger than you. I'm better looking than you. I can grow a better beard than you. I'm fucking smarter than you. I have more money than you do. I've done more things in life, and I've seen the world, and I've pissed in 6 different major oceans. And there's really not much you can say to me. And you can try to hurt my wife too, but she's lived with me for 26 years, and trust me when I say that she's bulletproof.
I carry knives.
But when you have to try to degrade someone's body and degrades and talk about fornicating with her in order to get to me, isn't it funny that these are the things you accused me of? Is being a homophobe, being a racist. And although homophobic isn't what you are, because that would be kind of self-deprecating, you certainly have a problem with what you label as cisgender people, and you use cis as a slur as much as people who are as myopic as you use the word faggot or dyke or Jew or raghead or whatever else. And you pretend you're above it, and you pretend that you've risen above it, but you're not. You're literally in the heart of it. And it's not that gay or lesbian or British or Muslim or Jew or Hindu or Mormon want to be the majority of accepted whatever their demographic may be, or religious belief, or genetic disposition, or color of their skin, or whatever it would be. You want power. And you don't want your mediocrity or minority status to stop. You want to be the majority so you can treat the people who you feel are responsible for where you are to feel the way you do. And that is a shortcoming in your character, not hers and not mine. Because if you would have called in and you would have been polite, we would have had a conversation. If you would have disagreed, we might have had some sinew or some lines of delineation in between civility and understanding. But yet, all you're interested in is to get your dopamine hit, because your life doesn't have as much meaning as you pretend it does. And your happiness is dependent upon how much stimuli you can put to deflect away at how provincial and immaterial your life really is. And I will tell you, I'm here for it. I'm here for it because we've been here for people who have built relationships with us. We're here for people who want to hurt us. We're here for people who want to bring us down to their level. And I will tell you, that it's like a cup of warm milk and a blanket before bed for me. Because exposing people like you is so easy. Because all I have to do is let you do it. It has nothing to do with who you sleep with. It doesn't have anything to do with what color you are. It doesn't have anything to do with whether you kneel or you stand when you pray. It has to do with that you have a common flaw with most people, is that your self-awareness is lacking. So good attempt, but you failed miserably.
I'm going to say something real quick.
Sure.
Just so they all know, the trolls, I have seen in the past week 5 kids from my old classroom, and they all remembered me, and they all gave me hugs, and all the parents said they still ask about Miss Olivia regularly, and it's been 11 months, and their opinion of me matters more than yours ever will.
Yeah.
They're 2 and 3-year-olds, and I made an impact on their lives in a short 13-month span time, and they still remember me when they were in my class at 2 years old, and they still ask for me. There's nothing you can ever say to me or do to me to make a dent, because you never will.
Yeah. And you guys were pretty bad. I mean, and it wasn't what you said hurt anybody. It's that you were disorganized, you were disheveled, you couldn't get your audio to work, and we expect better. If this was
like our 12-year-old with his friends trying to like prank call people.
It's like the first time it's like the first time you guys played with your PUD. It was just a giant mess, and it didn't last very long. You guys have to do a better job. Like, we've been trolled by some very prominent groups, and you guys, you literally were I mean, that was the best you had. I mean, you didn't even give us a sting.
Soy boys still are on the top of that.
Soy boys
were great. They were way up here. Go take some pointers from the soy boys.
The neo-Nazis crushed it. They were so good. They were so good.
But the great thing is none of them come around anymore.
They couldn't land any punches.
I know.
See, when we are Eminem, we are Rabbit, and you want to spit 8 Mile with me, but I've already taken away all your bullets. You got nothing in your gun, man. You guys can't hurt. You don't know where my weak points are. So you're going to try. You pick on my tattoos. Come on. I guarantee you guys got a bunch of fucking Harry Potter, Holy Trinity tattoos. And on the back, it says, aim here with a target for your boyfriend. You got tattoos. You know you got tattoos. You guys probably got nose rings. You probably got a Prince Albert. That's all you guys do is just like massacre yourself because your self-esteem, once again, is so low. And it's cool. You can be who you want. But once again, you could have had a good conversation. You could have called in. You could have been adults, but you decided to be children. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to go.
There was one question. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. I really, really apologize that I can't remember who wrote it. But they heard that Kamala Harris has to pay for her own security now. They were asking about that.
Okay, so presidential security, vice presidential security usually stops at 6 months. Folks, last-ditch effort. We're at 3:06:44. We're trying to drive. We're in overtime. We've stayed late. Need some help. If you would not mind, let's hit goal. I mean, we already hit goal, but I'd like to crush it a little bit if we can. It's the weekend. It's Friday. We're coming up at the end of the month. Oh, wait. We're not going to be back till the 1st, right?
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know if we're coming back on Monday.
We're coming back on Monday.
Really?
It's
Labor Day and no one's going to be here.
I will be on Monday. You may not be. I'm here. We have to. We got to do it. We got to do it. So, you interrupted. What was I saying?
Talking about security for Kamala Harris.
Oh, so standard vice president does not get extended security past 6 months unless there's extenuating circumstances. So Kamala Harris has had security longer than 6 months. January 21st, she exfilled from the position, and 6 months would have been June 21st. Well, June, July, August, she's had 2 months of additional security. Joe Biden extended an additional year of security for her, and they simply just reverted back to the usual. She's starting her book tour. She's going to make millions of dollars on her book tour. She can pay for her own fucking security. So I don't have a problem with it. Mike Pence lost his Secret Service. Joe Biden didn't have his Secret Service, and presidential detail is only applied to the president of the United States, not the vice president of the United States. So that's it. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth, I hope whatever you're going through, that you get better for sure. I hope you're okay.
Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah, I just got to get to this video. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were ending it. I didn't.
No,
know
we're not done.
video.
We're going till 10. We're trying to go to overtime. We're trying to overdrive.
Got it. Then I'll say it later.
Say it now.
Well, I was just going to ask for prayers for one of our longtime viewers, Ivalee Fusco. She is.
I did last night.
Did you? Okay. But she's battling ovarian cancer. So
did she say we could say it?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
I emailed her and she said yes. So
yeah.
Anyway, right.
So
please pray for her.
We have several people who are fighting right now and struggling. So it sounds like Elizabeth Hall needs to be on the list. So we'll say a prayer for her tonight. And then Ivalee is a very, very important part of the show, and we adore her, and we need you guys to put your hands together as well. Going to show you a quick video. So this is the first time ever. This is the Amtrak Next Gen, the Acela train. And it just pulled into Union Station in this video. It had left Boston at 6 a.m. this morning, and it took 7 hours to make the entire trip. This Next Gen train took 7 hours. It would have been a 1.5 hour flight. And it averaged 65 miles an hour.
Where did it go to where?
It doesn't matter. The point is it took 7 hours. And its top speed as a next-gen train is 65 miles an hour. Does that sound fast to you?
Yeah, no, it doesn't sound like a next-gen train.
Right,
me.
Because if we want to talk about a next-gen train, we can talk about something that's been around since 1964, which is the Japanese bullet train. Had a chance to go on it in Tokyo. That thing has been clocked at top speeds of 375 miles an hour with the maglev train, which is magnetic propulsion based train, which has magnets that hold it in place. So it can go 375 miles an hour. Its average speed is 200 miles an hour, between 125. There's over 1,900 miles of network. And that's been around since 1964, folks. Here is the U.S.'s
bullet train
that goes the speed of a
slower
Yugo.
Than a car.
And here it is.
Yeah, we're going to drive faster than that on our way to PB.
Yeah. So, needless to say, I know I'm playing it a couple times. I just wanted you to see it. It's rather embarrassing when you have the technology, and it's not just us asking or cities asking us for help, right? And Boston calling and saying, hey, we've got a crime problem, or Baltimore calling the president. We should be calling other countries like Japan and saying, come here and build our system. Because we suck.
How can this country, who's so advanced in technology, not be able to build
because we
something
don't
like that?
innovate. We give everyone cars. Japan can't afford to do that because of the size of their island. That's literally what it is. And they have to limit the amount of cars that they have. And there are no major freeways in Japan. It's all 2, 3 lane, 4 lane traffic. It's not what you think. Their transit system, millions take the train. It's the only way we got around. And yes, there's freeways, but it's not like LA. It's not like Houston. And it can get congested really, really quick. But Donald Trump should say, we want to give Japan a $250 billion contract to come and build a light rail from New York to Los Angeles. We want this thing to go 450 miles an hour, to be a maglev train, and That's what we want. And because we don't have the capabilities to do it. Because 65 miles an hour, are you kidding me? In 1964, they had a train that was going 4 times faster than that. Yeah, you're right. Car parking in Tokyo is ridiculous. If you guys ever looked at these car lots cylinders, they're all Japanese technology where they literally load a vehicle and park it vertical in glass tubes. I mean, Japan is incredible. Yep, in the Netherlands, the train runs 250 kilometers. So if you look at our cars are much more advanced in a lot of ways because that's where we've put our money and our technology. But trains over in Europe and in Asia are immense, and they have been developed. But I would just like to see the United States try to innovate just a little bit more than they do right now. All right. That's it. I think we're done with donations tonight.
Yeah,
I think we hit a wall.
This is Joe. Wait. Carrie, which country is coming here to help build military ships?
I think South Korea, but can't remember. Japan is really good at building ships.
Put Newsom and Buttigieg in charge of transportation. Oh yeah, that'll go far.
Are you talking about naval ships? Which country? I don't know. South Korea's shipbuilders are stepping in to help build new U.S. vessels under a major investment and cooperation initiative. Shipbuilding capabilities, including naval vessels and yard modernization. Hanwha Ocean, South Korean company, Philadelphia Shipyard. Yeah, so they're not doing any of the internal components. They're doing the holes. And Japan did that a lot for us, too. So that makes sense. South Korea, the United States have a weird relationship right now. And we've protected South Korea for a long time, but I think we need to see a little bit more from them. And their government and their leadership has kind of been antithetical to what the United States has wanted. And there's a little instability in the region. And I think Donald Trump is trying to leverage North Korea and South Korea to unify. And I don't think it's ever going to happen. But they'll do hull building, and they'll do the skeleton of the ship and the skin of the ship, but they're not going to do any electronics or anything like that. No way. But South Korea is an excellent shipbuilding country. Excellent. So is Japan. They're both great. All right. Liv, last word, say it.
Last words. Well, first, thank you, Deirdre. Have a good Red Friday yourself.
Deirdre, your name is in the rolling credits. I will get James Cody in there. We will get Sandy in there.
Yeah,
and one other.
I texted you who they were. One more.
And then I want to say thank you to Jeff Honeycutt also. Huge. Both of you. Thank you guys. Came in super strong. 506.44.
Way to end the month. Before I forget, Ash, your neck is right behind your back.
I won't move. I felt.
So I was like, just before, don't move your chair.
I felt her there.
Okay.
I want to thank all the Dumb Nation. Thanks for watching tonight. Thanks for having a good time.
Thanks for the trolls. It was fun.
Yeah, the trolls were excellent. They sucked at what they did, but
it was fun. It was good.
It was a good show.
Good way to end the month and the week.
Nice to have so many people on Twitter. We will be back. I'll be back on Monday. I hope Olivia is.
Depends on how tired I am and how the weekend goes.
We're going to have a relaxing weekend. We're going to go to a concert. We're going to go to the beach. We're going to go see the Naval Shipyard and go see some beautiful boats. And I even think that they have a masted vessel in the harbor that we can go see, an old naval wooden ship, which will be fun. We're going to do a lot of stuff. We're going to have some fun. Okay?
Yes.
And then we're going to have copious amounts of sex.
And then Ash is going to go spend the weekend at doggy daycare.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me Show. We'll see you guys later. God bless, and we'll see you on Monday. Have a wonderful night.
Great weekend.
Watch
Great
the
long
closing
weekend.
credits. Everybody's name's on there. We thank you for your support. We'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.
Hey, y'all.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show.
Brian McGuire, thank you for the $20, buddy. We appreciate it.
We can agree. We can disagree. Major social media channels at The Dumb Show.
Brian McGuire, thank you for the $20.
Yes, it came in too late. I'm so sorry.
Came in too late, but we appreciate you. Thank you.
Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree. We can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.